Hello there. Welcome back to the Random Show with your host, Agostino Zinga. This is the Random Show episode number 302. It should be 302, but it does say 301 on there. It should be 302, so let me quickly change that. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate all of you. Episode number 302, part 2 of Killing Barking Wolves. What's crack-a-lacking? What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Random Show. How you doing? How you feeling? What's going on? What's crack-a-lacking? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. What's the deal? We're back. Welcome back to the Random Show. Hope you're all feeling fine. Hope you're all feeling dandy. Hope you're all feeling fine. Hope you're all feeling dandy. If you can hear me, if you can see me, talk to me. Talk to me, darlings. Talk to me, darlings. What's going on, people? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of the Random Show. I'm back as promised. Should be a bit of a long one today. We're going to bang out some topics, bang out some Taz, bang out some TFATK, bang out some Chin, some other stuff in between. We've got a lot of stuff to get through. So big up everybody tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Hey, Sarlux, man, I see you in the chat, man. Stop complaining, man. Stop bitching and moaning, man. I'm here, bruh. God damn, man. Cut niggas some slack, y'all. Take it easy, yo. Chill. Relax, family tree. I'm here. I know sometimes I take extra long, but I'm here. My friend. Everybody, tranquilo, Saluxy. Tranquilo, Saluxy. Don't be mad at me, man. Come on, man. Let's all be friends. Let's all be friends. Let's all get mad at each other. You sound like my dad, bro. You sound like my dad. You disappointed in me. Trying to wake me up to go to church. Come on, man. Give me a break. Cut me some slack. No? Cut me some slack, man. Welcome everybody in the stream chat. Welcome Wingus McDingus. What's good, my G? What's good, Quesod Moses? I see you. Lever, I see you. Carlo G, I see you. Quesod Moses, I see you. What's good, G? What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. We are back once again for another barnstorming episode of the Random Show with your host, Agostino Zinga, and I'm so happy, legitimately so happy to have you here with me today, okay? I'm not even lying. Usually I lie, but today I'm not lying. Oh, where's that fucking tab that I had open? Oh, did I exit by accident? I must have exited by accident. Oh, that did shit. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate all of you for hanging in there with me. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Thank you for hanging. Wagwan for the Wagwan. NJ Ranger, I see you there, my G. What's good? Robert Holden, I see you. Wagwan. Black American, what's going on? Tommy, I see you. What's good? What's good, people? Bang your doors. Thank you for joining. Bang, bang, gang. What's good? Let's get it cracking. Let's make sure everybody else is coming in. Come one, come all. Join. Flood. But not like Valencia. Flooding, but not like Valencia. Come in. Thoughts and feelings, by the way, guys, to people in Valencia, man. I heard the recent toll was like 95 people, innit? 95 people have passed away due to the flash floods in Valencia in Spain. Bloody hell, man. Honestly. Thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected. Let me actually double check. Has there been an update on this courtesy of BBC News? Let's see. I think last time was 95. 95 people had passed away. There's actually a really tragic story about an old British dude who lives in Valencia, 70-something. He was rescued from the floods, but unfortunately passed away in hospital. He had, I think he suffered from a heart attack or something. I think he was obviously suffering from hypothermia, but then he suffered from heart attacks and he passed away in the hospital. Really, really sad. So let's check actually the clips here, courtesy of BBC News. In case you don't know, by the way, a quick summary here. Residents of Valencia have described nightmare scenes after flash floods hit Spain on Wednesday, ultimately killing at least 140 people. Yo, Valencia is a small town. Well, it's a lovely city. obviously in Spain. But you'd imagine, right? Is it a town or is it a city? Is Valencia a town or a city? Actually, I'm not sure. Valencia, town or city? What is it? It's a city, of course. Cool. Anyway, it's a lovely place, brilliant football team. But you'd imagine it's probably quite small compared to the other cities in Spain. So most likely, a lot of people there probably know each other, right? Very close knit community. So for sure, somebody would know somebody who passed away from this flood. You know, like somebody knows somebody, like closely. It's not even like a loose association. God Almighty. We all know someone who has died. Says here. Another says that a young man being swept away by the floodwater. Emergency teams are continuing to look for those still missing, with hundreds of soldiers in Valencia, the hardest hit area, assisting with the operation. Some areas can now only be reached by helicopter due to roads being blocked by the mud. My God. Actually, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the chat, didn't I? Bear with me 1 second. I forgot to do the chat. I think I might have forgot to do the chat, didn't I? I think I did. I think I forgot to put the chat there. Oh no, it should be there. No, is it there already? No, it's there. It's there. My apologies. I thought I didn't remember to put the chat, but it should be loaded in it. It should be okay. It should be. Is it okay? Yeah, it's loaded. It's loaded. Cool. Let's continue on. Let's see what they're saying here.
I am in the TORY area of the city centre. We're about 5 miles from the actual centre of the city, but here in the last hour the light has come up and you really get a sense of the devastation. You can see the cars that are piled up behind me, and that is the sense that I'm getting. There's another one here, and if we cross the road you'll see that the locals are having to walk into the city centre because this whole area has been shut off to traffic. There's just emergency service vehicles. Up this road, I've just walked up this about 10 minutes and I lost count of the number of cars that I can see and the mud that is around. If you look here, this gives you a sense of what is all the way up that road.
Wow.
Here, a local bank, and you can just see a pile of cars. Now you can see 4 or 5. There's actually 9 cars because they're piled up behind there. And then on the road, all this mud that Bethany was mentioning in her report is everywhere. And there is someone's desk that is there on the road. There's bits of concrete block I've seen, and just it's really hard to describe. The only way I could describe it is like something out of a disaster movie.
We have nothing. There's nothing we can do when it comes to Mother Nature, innit? There's honestly nothing we can do. Like literally, we're at the mercy of Mother Nature. There's literally nothing you can do. Oh my God. Astonishing scale of destruction in Valencia. Flash flooding ripped through parts of eastern Spain, has destroyed buildings and infrastructure, sweeping away cars and pulling debris high in the streets. Look at all the mud. Look at all the mud they're literally having to scoop out of that building. Most likely their house or their business. Look at that. Look at the amount of mud they're having to scoop out. Dozens of people have died. More are feared to be trapped or missing under the rubble. BBC visual journalism team has collected photos that show the scale of the destruction. Let's see it. I'm curious to see this photo essay. Let's see this photo essay to see the scale of the destruction. Devastating scenes from Spain's floods. Oh, look at that picture. That doesn't even look real. That doesn't even look real. Look at, most likely these cars they're from like down the road, innit? They've all ended there. They've all ended up there because of the floods. Look at, these cars are probably from super far away. They've been all washed down the street. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Imagine you got swept away in that and the car went on top of you. There's no way you're surviving that. There's no way you can survive that. Holy shit. Holy blood clot shit. At least 95 people died, and the authorities warn others could be trapped or missing. Dozens of cars have been stacked on top of each other in the town of Sedaví near Valencia after up to a year's worth of rain fell in a few hours. A year's worth of rain fell in a few hours. God Almighty. Look at that. Look at all the places covered in mud. Wheelchairs, people's stuff, things, everything destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Rail services have been suspended between Madrid and Valencia after tracks were littered with vehicles or rubbish. Wow. Trains completely gone. Because look, there's cars covering the entire tracks that have been swept up there too. and probably loads of debris. Caravans, hatchbacks. Wow. The amount of destructions. People's legit, everything gone. Everything gone. You live in a caravan, it's gone. Your car you get to work, it's gone. Complete devastation. Shit. Emergency workers have helped rescue injured and elderly from flooded homes. Some areas could only be reached by helicopter after roads were blocked by mud and debris, and the government has deployed hundreds of soldiers to help with the rescue effort. Look at the people that, oh fucking, I can only imagine. So, by the way, that's a really nice fit. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that outfit. I kind of like that yellow outfit. I'm not gonna lie, that outfit is kind of hard. That yellow look is kind of fucking hard. I'm gonna have to save that and see if I can find it on the store somewhere. I'm gonna have to wear that for like a fold one time. That looks kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Exactly, wingers dingers, flood fit. It is so sad trying to say that flood fit, you know. Flood fit is crazy. We got wingers dingers. Oh my god, look at this old lady they're having to carry on the back to get her out of the mud. Wow. Jesus Christ, bro. And the sad thing is about it, I'd imagine in places like Spain, similar to what happened during COVID, the reason why the Mediterranean had like crazy high numbers of deaths. Yo, big up Bear Nips as well. I see you in the chat. Wild one, Bear Nips. Yeah, big up Kezo Moses. The reason why I remember Spain having a crazy number of people who passed away was because they all live in one house, innit? That's how they treat family. Like, there's no sending old people to old people's homes. They're quite close knit, family wise, friends, everything. But sometimes, if they're able to, they usually try and live in one building. So maybe the grandmothers and stuff and the old people live on the ground floor, and then, you know, as the floors ascend, other members of the family live there with their family, with siblings, with extended family, relatives. You know what I mean? They all live in one building. So that's why usually those numbers of deaths in COVID are high. So I'd imagine the numbers of deaths in this are probably high because of that also, because those buildings, apartments are filled with like family members and of varying ages, of varying levels of, you know, physical ability and shit. And then all the water's gushing and shit. Oh yeah. I can only imagine. I can only imagine with all the flooding going on. I can only imagine. Communities are counting the cost of the devastation and starting to clean up and remove mud, water from homes, shops and streets. Look at that guy, man. Absolutely knackered. Look at him. Absolutely. That's just pure exhaustion, isn't it? Don't know where to start, where to begin. You feel like you're not making a difference. You're scooping up piles and piles and buckets of mud. It's not really doing anything, but you kind of have to do it. That's just pure fatigue. God almighty, what a tragic situation, man. Let's see if we got any more videos here. Watch this place. This place never floods, said the resident.
Well, it was something that we couldn't expect, because this place never gets flooded, and never gets so much water in the town, because this town is like in a level where other villages can get flooded. This never gets flooded, but this time it was like further down inland. It has rained so much that the water from the river has overflowed and came all down here. So it was like suddenly we get messages saying the water is coming, yeah. And then police say get your cars out of the garages. All people get the cars get out, go to other villages, on the streets, on places where you think they might be safe. But it didn't help. The water came very so fast.
Quickly, isn't it? Yeah.
Some people was in this street with a car inside of the car. I don't know how I don't know. I'm not sure if everybody get off the.
By the way, isn't that like terrible advice? Why would they tell you to get in your car if it's flooding? Like, surely if you get swept up in your car, you're fucked in terms of getting out. Isn't that bad advice? I'm sure there's a reason behind it. But if that was me and they told me get in your car and leave, I'm not getting in my car if it's flash flooding like that. I'm getting on foot and running and trying to get as high up as possible if it can get somewhere in the building or whatever. But I'm not going to try and get in the car. Because if the car gets swept, you know, especially when it's in water, it's almost impossible, especially now with these new car doors, it's going to be really difficult to open it. You might end up drowning. You might end up dying in that car. I guess you could also die if you went on foot, right? I guess you increase your chances because with a car you can cover more distance. So technically you could get in your car quicker. You could drive away and get away. You could drive and get as far away as possible in a quicker time than you could do on foot. Most likely. That's obviously the best thing. But then the roads will be blocked, so there'll be loads of traffic. I don't know. I'm taking my chances on foot. I'm not getting in my car, man. I'm taking my chances on foot. Fuck getting in a car. Satellite images show devastating flood impact. Satellite images released by the ESA showed the extent of the impact. The first image was taken on the 8th of October, and the second was just yesterday. Wow, that's all the water in it. Fucking hell. God almighty. What's been happening? Spanish PM Pedro Sanchez is urging people to stay at home and says the government will assist in Valencia for as long as possible. We've been getting photos like one above showing the scale of the devastation. Spanish Transport Minister Oscar Puente, who spoke on the issue yesterday, says the rail services linked to Madrid were suspended. King Felipe says the emergency is not over. Jesus Christ, bro. Could you imagine how scary that must be? Rescuers wade through shoulder high water to look for survivors. Shoulder high water. El Ponton. Look at that. That's a bridge, right? Fucking hell. Oh my God. Underfloor parking. There's mud everywhere. Catagora or Cataroja. Util.
La verdad es que esto estaba lleno de gente, hoy está vacío y es una desolación total.
Wow.
Todo lo que tenemos aquí, pero bueno, con el tiempo todo volverá a su cauce, como el río.
It must be so eerie, innit? It must be so eerie. No one's around. Like, some people have been swept away. Some people are in hiding. Some people are probably just trying to get their, trying to get their bearings together. Jesus Christus. Oh, thank you, King Felipe. Thank you for your warm words there. The emergency's not over. Glad you can recognize that. Residents carry bags of possessions in their feet, caked in mud. Jesus Christ. I can't imagine, bro. I can't imagine. Look at someone in the basket. Is that a helicopter? Jesus Christus. Is he playing football? Oh, I thought he was playing football. Jesus Christ. It's so scary, man, honestly. So fucking scary. Looking for survivors, I guess. Is that a drone, maybe? Yeah. Damn, son. Anyways, thoughts and feelings go out to people in Valencia. If you're out there, keep your head on the swivel. Keep your head on the blood clot swivel. Please, I beg of you. Keep your head on the swivel. Let's play this clip because I'm curious to hear what some of you mofos have to say about this particular topic here, because I have some very poignant thoughts that I would like to share with you people. So I'd like to hear what you have to say regarding this interesting clip. Let's hear what these young ladies have to say. Let's go. Oh, big up Sarlux. Wagwan Sarlux.
AZ. I am your father. Yeah, I was slinging it back in the day in Angola.
What does that even mean? There's something wrong with you, man. There's something, honestly, Sarlux, there's something honestly wrong with you. I keep telling you all the time. I'm going to tell you now in front of everybody so they're witnesses. There's something honestly wrong with you. You are not right there. There's something wrong with you. I swear to God. Yeah, I'm your father. Yeah, I was slanging it back in that gun. You're honestly, there's something wrong with this guy, man. Not all there in the head, but big up Sarlux though. Big up Sarlux one time. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't really be bigging you up because I'm going to encourage more of your degeneracy, but big up Sarlux anyway. Appreciate you, G.
My complaint of the day.
Yeah.
And what's your complaint of the day?
Do you know what mine is?
It's trains and people and men. I think, yeah, like men not wanting. It's like the battle of the sexes when it comes to seats on trains.
Yeah.
I've noticed that men don't really want to be getting up for us anymore.
They don't.
Getting up for us. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? Do you mean getting up for women who are pregnant? As it says, it's basically a rule. On most trains in the UK, I think all trains, especially in the underground in London, you have signs on the seats next to the door. The ones closest to the door have signs that say, if a disabled person comes, if a person that's pregnant comes on the train, you allow them to sit down, right? But it's also up to your discretion. It's not like a rule where if you sit there, you can go to prison or you can get thrown off the train. It's just something like, hey, we suggest if somebody comes on the train who doesn't have the use of their legs or maybe carrying a fucking literal human in their belly, maybe, just maybe, let them have the use of that space there. Maybe. But it's up to you to decide. You have your own choice. But no, what it doesn't say is that if you're a woman with a vagina, you can sit down if a man's sitting down. That's not what it says. Yes, it would be nice if some dudes were gentlemen, but they don't have to be. It doesn't make them less of a gentleman because they don't want to be. They just don't want to. So who are they talking about? Are you talking about pregnant women or are you talking about women overall? Because if they're talking about women overall, I'm going to fucking crash out. I'm going to fucking crash out. You want equality of the sexes, but then you want to be treated differently from the other sexes. Yeah, is that what you want? Equality, but treat me different. All right, I'm going to crash out if you're talking about women overall.
Or they pretend you don't exist. They don't even get up for pregnant women.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's really bad. Like,
what do you mean they don't even get up for pregnant women? They don't. It's suggested. Hold on. Let's type it in here. Rule is do you have to give your seat to a pregnant woman by law? Let's see what it says here. By law. There isn't a law that requires you to give your seat to a pregnant woman, but it is generally considered polite to do so. Well, bitch, guess what? Some of us niggas aren't polite. I am, because I was raised right. I am, because I was raised right. But some motherfuckers aren't polite. And that's perfectly okay. But walking on a train expecting everybody to be polite, everybody to be kind, everybody to lay the fucking red carpet at your feet just because you got a vagine is absolutely unhinged. That sense of entitlement is unhinged. That sense of arrogance, whatever, is unhinged. Who are you to this person? God almighty, man. These people are honestly out of this world insane.
Like, bring the real men back. How can you see me standing and you're sitting?
Because it's a seat. You weren't there when I sat down, so I sat down. What? Hold on. So women are now starting to think less of men because they choose to sit down on public transport. You're now looked at as less than because you choose to sit down on the train before somebody else got on the train. And now they want to sit down. Your use of a seat is no longer needed. Your needs don't matter. Give your seat up to another person because they have a vagina. Not because they're pregnant or because they're disabled, because they have a fucking vagina. That's why I should give you a seat. What?
It's so bad.
You're a man.
And you're a woman. Why can't you stand? Huh? I thought women were stronger than men anyway. Why can't you stand for longer? I thought women were stronger than men anyway. Why can't you stand?
A man.
You're actually a man. You're actually a man.
You know, if this was the Titanic, it would be women and children.
You know, if this was the Titanic, we'd be both in the kitchen scrubbing pots. If this was in the Titanic, we'd be both in the kitchen with our whole arm inside of a pot scrubbing it. We'd be peeling potatoes. We'd be de-seeding apples. That's what we'd be both doing. You wouldn't be somewhere gallivanting around. We'd be the hired help if we were on the fucking Titanic. We wouldn't even get off the boat first. They would let us sink with the fucking boat. If we're on the Titanic, women and children. What?
Oh.
And it should be the same with the trains.
Let me tell you
Women and
something.
children. Stand the fuck up.
Weren't we leaving these trifling bitches in 2023?
I'm just tired of these gender war things, man. I'm just tired of these gender war things because, like, so in order to be a man, in order to be a gentleman, in order to be an alpha, you now have to, like, what? Subjugate yourself. You now have to, like, bend yourself, like, and, like, it's almost make yourself, like, like, a slave to a woman. That's what being an alpha is. That's what being a leader is. That's what being a man is. That's what you want. You want dudes who automatically, when they see a woman, they cower and they buckle and they tremble and they, you know, stutterly offer their seat to the person. You want to have a seat? Have a seat. That's what we want now. We want those type of dudes.
You actually realize that if the Titanic happened in 2024,
they'll beat us
women
up.
are cooked.
We are pissed.
You're cooked.
We are pissed.
The
They'll
whole thing is
they
gonna
will
have
use
men
you
on
for
it.
the lifeboat. You see Kate, what's his name? Jack? Jack would have used Kate as a lifeboat. It would have sat on her head.
Bruh, it would be so bad. When you actually think about it, the fact that back then it was like this gentlemanly thing to be like, no, you need to live.
Yeah.
Even if I die, it's okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Chivalry.
it's actually on the floor. That is a very, very valid.
The majority of us, I don't know about you, but chivalry is dead because the majority of us, like, even with the best of intentions, you could make a joke. You could make an honest joke. You could make an honest joke, an honest, pure, well-intentioned, salt of the earth joke, a jokey joke, an LOL of such, a he, a LMAO, an attempt at one anyway, at least, towards the opposite sex. And all they need to say, that makes me feel uncomfortable, and automatically, you're looked at as a fucking pest, as an abuser, as a creep, as a as a near-on fucking R-word. Just because you went to make a joke. They can completely change your entire fucking mental state, your entire outlook on the world with just a couple of words. Why do you say that? That made me feel so uncomfortable. That was very inappropriate. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Bitch, it was a joke. Suck it up, grow up. So being a baby. But then I'm meant to baby myself and give you a seat when I sat there before you got there. Every man for themselves includes every woman for themselves. Public transport is that way. Central Line, Piccadilly Line, Jubilee Line, Northern Line, Bakerloo Line, Bus 25, 34, 15, 26, 276, 338, 339, busy buses. Every man and woman for themselves. There is no, is a woman got a bruh. Honestly, nowadays, if you was to do what they said, if you follow their advice, you might get in more trouble. You might get made to feel less than if you just would have sat there. Oh, excuse me, darling. Imagine that. Imagine that already. That raises a red flag. You're sitting down, a girl comes on. Oh, excuse me, darling. Darling? I'm not your darling. Do I know you? Do I know you? Who are you calling darling? Okay. Cool. Rewind. Next day. Another time. Excuse me, miss. Miss? How dare you? Who's miss? Who you calling miss? Are you assuming my pronouns now? You know it's 2024 and you're calling me miss. Big 2024 and you're assuming I'm a miss. Okay. Next day. Excuse me. Yeah? And you get that look that all guys have been in that position. That look like, yeah? Or they didn't even say nothing. Just the look of like disgust. As if like you touched them with literal diarrhea on your hand. And God forbid you touch them too. God forbid you touch them. Excuse me, personal space, that's actually a form of harassment. If I didn't consent, like, that's already crazy. So imagine you get their attention without touching them, without referring them to as darling, love, miss, madam, anything that would make them feel less than or describe their actual fucking, you know, physical, whatever. Cool. You get their attention, and then they give you a look like you are the literal shit on the bottom of their shoe. And then in that moment, you have to somehow have the decency, the temerity, the grace to be like, I know you're looking at me like I'm a piece of shit. I know you're already prejudging me. I know you're thinking the worst of me. But I just would like to let you know, would you like to have a seat? In that moment, you're more likely to get this response. No, I'm fine, actually. What makes you think I want to have a seat? You think women can't stand up on a bus? Like, okay. And now you're already standing up too. So you're already standing up. You made this big song and dance to be a gentleman. You went to get your good deed in the book. Everyone's seen what you've done. And now the woman has chastised you for offering her a seat. And now you're too embarrassed to sit down in the seat you're already sitting in. So what you do now, you awkwardly just stand there, holding onto the pole, thinking to yourself, wow, I fucked up, didn't I? I tried to be a good guy and I fucked up. And as you stand there with your backpack on your bag, your shoes making your feet uncomfortable, one single bead of sweat runs down the side of your face, and you think to yourself, wow, I got cooked. I got fucking cooked on public transport for free. I didn't even do anything wrong. I just did it myself. I just made myself look like a fucking idiot. I just got embarrassed by all these people. And you know what happens? Next scene? That's the beginning. That's the origin stories of a villain. That is the origin story of a villain. He tried to do the right thing. He tried to do the right thing. He tried to do the right thing, and he got spat in the eye. Fuck that. I'm sitting down. If there's a seat next to me, you sit down. If there isn't, stand the fuck up.
I complain, actually.
Thank you.
Because it's so bad.
Honestly.
And I've complained about this, actually. On the show.
Really?
Yeah, it's been one of my complaints.
And what about the, like, when it comes to, like, helping you with the luggage as well? Because I see women be talking about that.
Oh, fuck off, man. Are you my sister, mum, or wife, or girlfriend? No. Pick up your own fucking luggage like the rest of us do. Pick up my luggage. Pick up my... Do I know you? You want me to touch your luggage? Really?
That sometimes as well. Like,
It's
guys will
so
see women with
bad.
luggage and they'll just walk past.
They'll
I'm
walk
like,
past.
Because we don't know them. Because we don't know them. We don't know them. Most guys are decent. If it's somebody we know, we carry their luggage. No questions asked. In some scenarios, if the woman, usually a really cool one, might be like groaning and grunting. And then in some cases, I don't do this, but in some cases, it's actually better, in my opinion, because women sometimes feel a little bit awkward and it feels like you're asking them a question and they feel like maybe you now expect to, maybe some women feel a little bit hard to say yes to a request or like an offer for help because they maybe feel like, oh, now in the back of your head, you think, because I said, yes, help me with my luggage, now it means that I want to suck your dick. So, in my personal opinion, the best way that I've done it, when I felt charitable, when I felt in the mood to do it at an airport or something, I see someone struggling, I will go over and just pick it up themselves for them without even asking. I'll just pick it up and say, where do you want it? No, it's okay, it's fine. No. Where do you want it? I've already got it in my hand. Where do you want it? Okay, cool. Oh, thanks. No problem. And then before they even said thank you, I'm already walking off. Just to make sure there's no like, oh, I'm not lingering and be like, oh, so where are you going then? Oh, I saw a sticker on your luggage. It said Spain. Oh, you're from Spain? Like, no. I'll pick it up without them asking, where do you want this? Over there. Thank you so much. No problem. Keep moving. Go off. But you don't have to do that. I'm the exception. That is the exception. Most people do not care, and they're allowed to do not care. Please.
They'll actually like move out of the way for you so that
honestly,
you can carry the luggage. And they can hear you.
So what do you want us to do? You want me to stand in your way? You want me to stand in your way as your... Don't these girls go to the gym? You're wearing all this aloe gear. You're wearing all this fucking Gymshark gear and you can't fucking pick up luggage? What's the point? Get down, pick up the luggage and put it in the fucking rack, man. Ain't that difficult? Do something for once.
Huffing and puffing or
You even huff and puff
you're like,
louder.
oh God, okay,
Yeah.
okay, and they'll just be like, move out the way.
Or they'll probably even tell you, make sure you don't lift with your back.
Or they'll
make
be
sure
like,
you lift
excuse
with your
me,
legs.
excuse me, and then
Yeah.
you're like, hi, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, excuse me, please, and then they'll walk past you.
Listen,
It's so bad.
it really is bad.
That is a valid complaint, guys. Make sure you comment and.
I think most men are decent. I think most women are decent. I think it's just unfortunate that the people who make content, the people who are online, who continue stirring these nonsense gender war things, these culture war debates, they essentially play a vital role in pitting us against each other. But I think most of us are decent. Most of us are decent. Most of us, we see somebody struggling, we will offer to help. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. We'll offer to help them out. Most of us are like that. Most of us don't need somebody to document us helping an old lady, across the street. We don't need to see photo evidence of us helping some person who wants to reach something at an aisle in the supermarket, but it's too high. Most of us don't need acknowledgement or to be seen or whatever to help somebody with their luggage on an airplane, on a train, on a bus, whatever. We will do the best thing. But these motherfuckers, man. Big up NJ.
That is a valid complaint. We said it, so it is.
Exactly. That is a valid complaint. That happens all the time. Why? Because I said so. Okay, cool. That's a valid complaint. We said it, so it happens. Oh, big up NJ Ranger. Fucking hell, man. Honestly, these things drive me nuts. Let's move on. Let's fucking move on. Somebody should have told Megan Thee Stallion that this documentary that she's put out is the worst idea ever. I've not seen it. I don't know much about it, but people are sharing clips of it on social media. And this is such a damning clip. This is not a good clip at all. I don't know why she thought this is a good thing to talk about and laugh about personally. This is really fucking bad.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, she's always gonna talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
So people have said, people who are fans of Tory Lanez or people who don't believe Megan's side of the story of what occurred with Tory Lanez have always labeled her a liar. She's now saying, yes, I am a liar. When I was on that Gail King show and she asked me if I've had sexual relations with Tory Lanez, I said no. Yes, I lied. So you admit to lying. Then she says, what does that have to do with the shooting? Everything. What do you mean? That gives motive. Of course, that gives motive to lying. That gives motive to what happened. Why wouldn't it give motive? Yo, big up Mr. O. Big up Mr. O.
Oz. Side note: the amount of Catholic guilt and walk of shame I feel walking into the office after a weekend of hedonistic behavior is goated. Big up to you, Oz.
You know, we've been there, brother. We've been there. I've been there, and I've been there this Wednesday, and I'm still feeling the guilt. Or I've been there, and then you start the week like, okay, I've had a green juice, I've had a salad, I've not had any bread for a day. I've turned a new leaf. I've not picked up a packet in 4 days. I'm basically sober, mate. I'm basically sober. Yo, the Catholic. Oh, mate, honestly, it's fucking... But to be fair, I think the Catholic guilt is a good thing. Having it is still a good thing because it keeps you from going full head and full, like, unbridled, unrelenting, no limits kind of, hedonistic. That's too crazy. I think the Catholic guilt keeps you within some boundaries. It's like, let's not do too much, But having balance in life is the most important thing. So big up Mr. O. Appreciate you. Big up Mr. O. Yeah, this clip is not good. She admitted she's lying. She's trying to minimize the importance that the lie had in the whole case, because, you know, the theory around the whole shooting was that it was a lover's quarrel. So if you did have sex with this Tory Lanez guy, that would explain why the situation escalated to where it escalated to. Doesn't excuse what happened. Yo, big up Tony FM. Appreciate you. Welcome on Tony FM.
Swingus McDingus. We were beefing Saturday, but that's my dude. Bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese. Tony is a hack. Bean cheese, bean cheese.
Yeah. Big up the passionate debates on the Discord. Join the Discord, by the way. Don't be lame. Join the fucking Discord. It's the best place to hang out and chill with people, like-minded folks like yourself. Join the fucking Discord. I'm actually going to get it up on here, actually. Join the Discord. Join the motherfucking Discord. Here it is. Let me get an invite link to give you guys. Join the fucking Discord. It's a great place to hang out. It's flipping amazing. Join the Blood Clot Discord, all right? Join the Discord. It's the best place ever. I guarantee you it's the best place ever. Join the flipping Discord. It's absolutely amazing. Big up everybody tuning in. Also, appreciate you. Let's get this going. Let's join the Discord, brothers and sisters. Join the fucking Discord. I appreciate you, Tony FM. Thank you for the dono, brother. Thank you for the dono. Let's get this going. Let me give you guys a Discord link. A fresh one. All right. There you go. There you go. Cool. Big up Tony FM. I appreciate you. Let's go one more time.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, she's always gonna talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
The lies and the lack of responsibility. I fucked him. Yes, I fucked him. Yes, I lied. I fucked him only once. No, twice. And I only fucked when I was drunk. And he kept catching me. What? Bill Wingus McDingus.
Tony effing greater than phony cringe cliff. Bean cheese, blonde cheese, bean cheese, bursting, bean cheese, Bianchies, blonde cheese, bean cheese, Lost Nation rise TF up.
Big up. Oh, yo. Big up King Bayo. My only problem with the case has always been that why didn't Tory just say, no, F that, I didn't shoot Meg, it was the other girl, instead of just stayed quiet? Yeah, I don't get it. To be fair, I've always said personally, I think everybody involved in this case is a piece of shit. Everybody involved in this shooting is a piece of shit. From Tory to Kelsey to Megan Thee Stallion. Everyone is a piece of shit. Even maybe including the driver. Why do I say that? Tory's a piece of shit because he did too much. He was lit at that time. He was doing his what you call it? Is it fuck radio or whatever? I forgot the radio thing he was doing during quarantine, during COVID lockdown. He was fucking lit as fuck, doing those live streams, everybody twerking on camera, people having a good time about it. He was starting to feel himself. And at that time, he was with Kelsey, but then he started fucking Megan behind Kelsey's back. And then when they went to the house party of Kylie Jenner, it seemed like, from what we can read between the line, Kylie Jenner was also feeling Tory at that time and was kind of being a little bit flirty. And Tory was, you know, trying to get some as well. But that's a dumb move, in my opinion, because you've got two girls there who are friends who you're currently beating. And there's another girl who's super popular and lit in her own sake. And you know how competitive hot girls are. It just seemed like a dumb move to make, to try and smash Kylie in her house while you're also with Megan and Kelsey. He was too greedy, he did too much, and it blew up in his face. Megan's a piece of shit because she allegedly smashed Tory Lanez behind her best friend Kelsey's back when she had COVID. Fucking scumbag shit. The Kelsey girl, also a scumbag because she knows that allegedly, if you believe the conspiracy theories, she knows who shot Megan. It wasn't Tory, it was her. So she let Tory go to prison knowing full well that he didn't shoot her and she did, just because of her own back. Like, fuck, like, everybody in this case is a piece of shit. Everyone is a unmitigating piece of shit. There's no one you can root for in this case. No one. Everyone's a piece of shit. Everyone's a piece of shit. Everyone's a liar. But this clip where she lies like 4 times and doesn't really understand why people think it's an issue. why it's not important to the case. Like, you fucked your best friend's guy behind her back. That's okay. Is that part of girl code? Is that part of being a girly girl? Is that part of hot girl summer? Fuck over your friends. All right, cool. But to be fair, anyway, she got a bit of a karma because her career has never really taken off. Even though she's got all the great looks, some of the great collaborations and sponsors and brands, her career has never really taken off. So that's probably the karma for doing that such a bad thing, because it was not necessary. It wasn't necessary. You know, like, she could have embarrassed him easily, said some stuff about him online, but accusing the guy of shooting you, like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. But as the saying goes, hell have no fury like a woman scorned, innit? She felt scorned, she felt embarrassed. Tory Lanez kind of exposed her about the whole fucking Kelsey thing as well, so I understand. I kind of get it. On the flip side of that, we got an update regarding the lawsuit. So as I told you previously, Megan Thee Stallion is suing bloggers now, which is another bad move, PR-wise, you'd imagine. She's suing bloggers for allegedly spreading misinformation or false information online on behalf of Tory Lanez. What it looks like, look at this. This is a pretty cool development. Unite the People Inc. has agreed to represent Milagro GRAMZ as well as any other social media influencer, journalism platform, journalist, podcast, or reporter of any that has received a lawsuit against them to silence them. What a fucking amazing update. So fucking cool. So, you know, again, Megan Thee Stallion, like, I don't know who's in her team. I don't think her team is really there for her, because I feel like I've said it previously on another podcast or streams. I feel like this case has kind of gone away. No one's really talking about this anymore. So why would she go out of her way to try and sue bloggers? Like, it's kind of died down. Just continue with your career, man. Like, what are you doing? Why are you bringing this? Like, why are you kind of inadvertently bringing this up again and having people talk about it again? Like, it's such a bad move. Really, really bad move. So it says here, Unite the People agrees to represent Milagro GRAMZ, aka Milagro Cooper, aka Milagro GRAMZ, against threats and intimidation targeting influencers for expressing their opinion in a civil matter filed by the now plaintiff Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion. There's a recent filing from Megan Thee Stallion. United Pete is a non-profit law firm that promotes social justice throughout the United States, as well as provides affordable legal services for the undeserved community, as well as multiple other services, i.e. mentoring programs for disadvantaged youths. Jesus Christ, Megan Thee Stallion is going to go after this organization. They sound fucking incredible. They provide legal service for undeserved communities, as well as other services including mentoring for disadvantaged youth, empowering young women, mentoring programs, assisting homeless veterans, kids, transitional housing aiming to assist a permanent housing to support those who've been released from their confinement or are re-entering society. How this is maximum bad PR for Megan Thee Stallion. Imagine going after bloggers, but then in a way you're inadvertently going to go after Unite the Peace, who seem to be doing just good in the world. Only good in the world they seem to be doing. Helping people who are literally the downtrodden, the forgottens, right? Milagro Elizabeth Cooper has been served a lawsuit making a lot of false claims against her professional conduct in an attempt to stop her from reporting on Daystar Peterson's case. Unite the Peace was founded and exists to fight on behalf of disadvantaged, the small powerless, against the Goliath organizations and corporations and celebrities that want to push around and bully Davids of the world. The people, Unite the People will not stand by and let an intractable justice system or a billion-dollar corporation ran by popular celebrities take advantage of a small guy in an attempt to silence somebody for their First Amendment right of free speech. Wow. Honestly, Megan Thee Stallion's team, man, what are you guys doing, bro? Jesus Christ. Any such influencer, media personality, organization who has been or received threats in an attempt to silence them from the same organization or corporation should contact Unite the Peace immediately. Wow. What a bad move, man. What a bad move. What a bad move. So yeah, let's see how it kind of plays out. Like, on one side, I understand Megan Thee Stallion's issues. Like, if she generally believes that Tory Lanez did shoot her and the whole internet doesn't, and bloggers are speculating on what actually happened, they're calling into question your credibility, the story, the narratives, whatever. I understand it can be distressing and it's probably hurtful. I get it. But you have to just suck it up. You have to suck it up. You can't go around suing and trying to silence everybody because they have a difference of opinion on what happened on the night that you allegedly got shot. Like, you just can't do that, man. It sucks. I get it. The internet isn't on your side. It seems like everybody kind of likes Tory more. Even the streamers. I think I've heard like Aiden Ross even say like, you know, he speaks to Tory Lanez quite often over the jail phone. So it looks like when he comes out, he'll be fucking sweet. All those guys are going to embrace him. It doesn't look like everyone's embraced Megan the same way. I understand. But come on, man. You just got to suck it up and just continue with your career. Like, this is not the way to go. Plus, didn't the guy get like 10-year sentence? You would have thought that would have put like a final nail in the coffin or drew a real line under the sand. Okay, cool, it's over now. Like, why isn't he just moving on? I don't get it. It's such a bizarre move. It really is a bizarre move. But let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Next on the list. Let's continue. Let's see this one. So, this is quite heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie. This is quite a heartbreaking clip. It features Tony Rock talking about how he feels like his brother Chris Rock doesn't really help him out when it comes to trying to get movie roles. And when you hear the actual full story, you'll see why it's heartbreaking, because on paper it kind of sounds like, oh, he's being entitled, he's wanting handouts and shit. It's not how the movie industry works. When you hear him describe what happens and what goes into people going into movies and shit and blah blah blah, and his experience, you have a lot more sympathy for him. I think so anyway. So this is Tony Rock with Ari Spears and other people talking about this issue. It's fucking wild.
And both you and Eddie Murphy, I go, we know as black men how hard it is for us to make it in this hustle.
Right.
It's hard for white boys to make it.
Right.
Because of the competitive nature of the beast.
Right.
But for us, it's even harder.
Right.
So I go, how is it that Eddie Murphy is your brother and I don't see you in no Eddie Murphy vehicles, Charlie? How is it that Chris Rock is your brother and I don't see you in no Chris Rock shit? And now, before you answer, here's the one that fucked me up the most. The movie that Chris and Martin was in, where they played brothers.
So that fucked me up.
I'm going, not in a million fucking years do Chris Rock and Martin have the same facial features.
Yes.
Tony is his brother and look like him. How is Tony not in the fucking movie playing his brother?
I'll give you another one. They did The Longest Yard in Arizona.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Him and Sandler.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz is my man forever. Joey Diaz is my man forever. Joey Diaz said day one on the set, he walked on the set, saw all the people in the prison. My brother came on set ready to shoot. He said, hey, hold the fuck up.
Where's Tony?
Where the fuck is Tony? So you mean Tony doesn't fit in this fucking movie? I said, Joey Diaz, you my man forever.
Yeah.
You my man forever, Joey Diaz.
Explain that to me.
To try to explain. To try. I can't.
And if you're in the movie, the money stays in the family.
Listen.
Literally.
I agree. I'm going to try to explain to you guys and you. And I'm not making it, I'm not saying this is going to make sense, but my brother sometimes, and you can see it in what he does in his movements and his actions and stuff like that, like Martin in the movie, he's a businessman when it comes to his movies and TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Martin's bigger than me. I need to sell this movie. Tone's my brother. Yes, there will be some, hey, him and his brother in the movie. Let's go check it out.
I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about.
Whoopsie. Apologies for it. That was my fault there.
My brother. Yes, there will be some, hey, him and his brother in the movie. Let's go check it out. But him and Martin push the needle more. I'm only speaking on that movie in that regard. I get it. I was like, okay, I get it. The one that fucked me up. Here's the one that fucked me up. And I've never told anybody this. Only a few of two of my boys know this, and maybe, my siblings. When he did the movie Top 5.
Oh yeah.
I was on tour. I came home for a week. I was at the Comedy Cellar. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and we don't talk a lot. Now since the divorce, we talk a lot more. But he was in his space where we weren't really talking a lot. And I walk in the Comedy Cellar, and he's there, and he's at the table with Colin and all of the guys. And I'll go over to say what's up, and he goes, "Hey, got a movie, man. I'll put you in it." I did not ask for anything. Chris will tell you, I've never, like I said before, it's on the Headliners Only. I've asked him for 5 favors my whole life. He said no every time, and I swore on everything I loved I would never ask him for anything as long as I lived.
Wow.
So that night, I walk in the comedy cellar. He goes, yo, I got a movie. I'm putting you in it. Now I got to do my due diligence. Okay, who do I have to call? Do I have to audition? Do I have to send a tape? No, you good. You good. You good. We're shooting in New York, too. I'm like, bet. Summertime in New York. I'm going to be in New York for the summer. I'm going to be home shooting a movie with my brother for the summer. I'm beyond excited. It don't get no better than this. I'm thinking, this is another one of those things where people never know how close you are.
Right.
So it's New York. Everybody that's a stand-in, I know. Everybody that's background, I know.
Everybody.
So I'm on tour, waiting for the phone call. Tell my management, tell my agency, yo, once he calls, we're gonna pause the tour and go shoot the movie. Yeah, bet, we ready. And I start getting phone calls like, hey, I'm on set, where you at? I'm like, what you mean on set? We started shooting today. Today was the first day. Oh shit, well, I didn't get a phone call. A week later, some chick, hey babe, where you at? I'm doing background on this club scene, are you here? What are you talking about? Yeah, we shooting, the top 5 is up and running. Like a month in, nigga, 2 months in, I get a fucking phone call. Yo, you at the rap party? We here.
Oh,
damn. Yo, bruh, that shit crushed me. That shit crushed me, bro.
So why didn't you?
Yo. And this is the thing, innit? Because the sad thing about the situation is that on paper, taking all the emotion out of it, right? Chris Rock doesn't owe his brother anything. On paper, right? Doesn't owe him anything. It's his career. He has done what he has done because of his talent, because of his hard work, tenacity, perseverance, blah, 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 grit, determination, creativity, blah, blah, blah. He's got there because of what he's done. His brother has to kind of carve his own way too. Can't expect handouts, etc., etc., etc. But we know how the Hollywood industry works, even from afar. We know how it works in entertainment. If you want to put your guys, your family, your day ones in position, you can. You have the power to. You can decide. The same way how other people do. That's where the term Nepo baby comes from. Nepo babies come from people who work in the industry, who have the privilege to talk or to be in certain rooms, to have certain relationships, certain contacts, where they can pick up the phone and say, hey, I've got a son who wants to get into acting. Could you, admit him to your class? I know it's really hard to get into, but do me a favor because I know you. Hey, I have a daughter who wants to get into directing. Could you maybe have her as an intern? Allow her to jump the queue because I know you. That's what everybody else does. But for some reason, maybe us black and browns, because there's so few of us that get put in position, when we do, we feel like we can't put other people in position because there's so few of us and there's so few positions available. I don't know. But I feel like if ever there was an opportunity where you should be putting people that look like you in position and trying to help them out and trying to, hold your hand out or leave the door slightly ajar, right? I think this is a great opportunity to do so. Especially, it's not because from what I've understood here, it's not like Tony Rock is asking for like starring roles in Chris Rock's movies. It's Chris Rock saying, hey, you're my brother and you're also funny. It'll be cool for this movie if you just had like, I don't know, a passing role. You had like 10 lines. People could be like, oh shit, there's Chris Rock's brother, It's one of those moments. I don't think in any of these roles he's expecting to be, except for the one he mentioned about being Chris Rock's brother, I don't think there's any role he's expecting to play, like, to be on the same billing as Chris Rock. He knows his position. He knows his brother's way funnier than him, or he knows his brother, let's say he's more famous than him, whatever. He knows how to play his position. I'm sure he does. But Chris Rock going out of his way to offer him a role. Hey, I've got a role for you. Knowing at that time that they're not on good terms. Knowing at that time his brother is very against asking for help because he's always said no. Because that's also a big red flag in my opinion. You ask your sibling, your flesh and blood, for help 5 separate times in your career and they say no every single time. Like, why are we even talking? But then you kind of, it's almost like a way of him saying, it almost, how he's describing it, it felt like it was like Chris Rock's way of saying sorry without saying sorry. Hey, I know I fucked up and didn't help you out those last 5 times and whatever. Here's a role for you in this movie. I'm going to get it all set up and sorted so you don't have to do anything. That doesn't happen though. He just says, I'm going to sort you out. Then the follow-up never happens. The checkup never happens to see, oh, why is my brother not here? If all of Tony Rock's friends are calling him to find out where he was on set, why didn't Chris Rock once call him to find out where he was on set? You know, that shows already like the bad mind, dark spirit around it all, which is really unfortunate. Again, really unfortunate, because I feel like if you want to, you can't really complain about nepo babies. You can't really complain about how rigged the system is when essentially you get a position to rig it in your favor and to help somebody out that looks like you, and you choose not to. You go out of your way not to do it. Like, nah, no thank you. I'd rather not, especially when it's your own brother. But I'd also understand from Chris Rock's point of view, it must be difficult to have a brother that's pursuing the exact same career you are. He's doing stand-up, he's doing podcasts, he's also doing movies or trying to get into movies and TV. It must be difficult because naturally you would imagine there's going to be a sense of competition, a sense of even jealousy between the two brothers because they're both doing exactly the same things. One's maybe a bit further on in his career, a bit more successful than the other one, but that's what they basically want to do. So it must be a hard position to be in when you're Chris Rock and you have everything, and then you're Tony Rock and you're like, you know, on your way up, but you're not there yet. It must be weird it must be a weird power dynamic. Very, very strange power dynamic overall. But in this situation, I think Chris Rock's wrong. Personally for me, in this situation, I think the only person wrong here is Chris Rock. I don't think it was, you know, bad showing from what's her face to, you know, I don't think it was bad showing from Tony Rock's face to be waiting for the phone call as well. I've heard some people mention that him waiting for the phone call didn't make sense. He should have used his own initiative and something. No, the guy offered me the role. He basically made it seem like it was laid for me out in the fucking, you know, on the paper plate. I received no follow-up for that alleged thing. And now, you know, here I am. So I think in this position, Tony Rock is 100% correct. But let's hear what Joe Budden has to say about this. Let's hear what Joe Budden's opinion is on this. I bet you it's going to be very, very interesting and very wrong. But let's hear what Joe Budden and Kai have to say about this story.
Some of them, he could have got the part, you know, in Blank Man with John Sally standing there. You know, those kind of things where you got like one line in a movie. Like that could have went to Tony Rock. Tony Rock is talented.
Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy. I think that's unfair to Charlie Murphy.
Let me tell you something.
I think to say that about Tony Rock is unfair to Charlie Murphy. You bring up Harlem Nights now. Charlie Murphy may have just been standing there, granted, but at some point in his career, Charlie Murphy was known as Charlie Murphy.
True. For sure.
Yes, he was Eddie's brother, but he had developed a niche where people are establishing me for hitting a home run at the plate myself.
He was going on tour.
I'm asking you, what is Tony Rock's moment comparable to that?
He doesn't have one. However, how do we...
Exactly, yeah, he doesn't have one. And also the whole point of you having siblings or having somebody in a business that's doing better than you is to help you out. Like, why put yourself in position? Why work all that way? Why work that much to make a success of yourself if you can't help anybody? It seems like it's a bit of a waste of time. It seems a bit boring, you know? You'd imagine. You did all that work, all that sweat and tears just so you can just enjoy it on your own with no one else. Or not even to enjoy the feeling of helping other people. That should be good enough. Maybe you don't enjoy, you know, doing the actual thing, but maybe sitting down and actually enjoying the process of doing it is maybe a big thing. But again, what do I know?
Terrible example.
That's a bad example too.
Why?
Because
y'all bring it up.
Because all the shit Charlie Murphy did was before he hit the home run. Harlem Nights was 20 years before he hit the home run.
Exactly. So those things
he still put him on.
So those things could have led up to him getting the plate.
That's what I'm saying.
The pitch over the plate.
Right.
Not just that. I'm not gonna shit on Tony Rock. I'm not gonna shit on Tony Rock. Like, Tony Rock ain't been on tour for the last 10 years doing comedy on his own accord. That nigga's funny. But my thing is too.
Exactly, Nick Shin. So because Tony Rock didn't get the level of fame Charlie Murphy did, his brother Chris can't throw him some scraps from time to time. Exactly. That's basically what Tony Rock is arguing about. I don't see in one of those clips, apart from that thing that he mentioned about the brothers thing, but even then he mentioned, no, it made sense for Chris Rock to do the movie about brothers and do it with Martin Lawrence. Even though Martin Lawrence doesn't look like nothing like him, it's a movie. Like, he needs to have an equal person on the billing. You can't have me. No one knows who the fuck I am. So I get that. He even excused that. He's just saying, why can't I even get scraps from you? You're not even giving me like passing roles. Even just like, oh, extra guy in the background, guy drinking at the bar. I can't even get those roles with you. Like, nothing. And then you offer me one, and then you don't even follow through with making sure that I get the role or following through and confirming it. All my friends call me to find out where I am, and are confused why I'm not on set because I told them I would be, but you don't. That already seems kind of like, you know, premeditated and a bit scummy to me. That speaks a lot to Chris Rock's character, to be fair. And if anything, this drama with Tony Rock might explain why Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. It might also explain why there wasn't as many people as you would have hoped who were coming out in the defense of Chris Rock, really. Most of them were siding with, you know, the other dude. So I think that maybe explains it, because maybe behind the scenes, maybe the not so, you know, well-kept secret is that Chris Rock is a bit of a cunt. Maybe that's what we're saying here. We're seeing his personality and how much people dislike him also seeping into his relationship with his brother.
Tony Rock is already an established comedian. Chris Rock is an established comedian. They're not on the same level, nowhere near. But to give my brother a role, because Tony Rock attributed it to money and said, yo, my brother can compartmentalize between the money and the family. And so he'll be like, yo, dog, Martin was a bigger role. Of course, I don't want the Martin Lawrence role, but you could give me the role over here.
Right.
You
That's
get what
all I'm saying.
I want to hear what Joe has to say about this, because the compartmentalize the money and the family is definitely in Joe Budden's lane of things that he does. Because it's interesting, because I want to hear what Joe Budden has to say about it, because if you believe the narrative of what happened between Joe Budden and Rory and Moore, essentially did the same thing to them. Even though Rory and Moore helped to build the Joe Budden podcast into what it is today, he essentially fired those guys because they asked for accounting, because they wanted a better idea on what money was coming in the pod, so that they could, you know, properly attribute or properly figure out what they should be getting paid for it. But Joe didn't, because he didn't feel like he owed it to him, because it was his podcast. Even though they helped him to build it, he didn't give a fucking, you know, told him to go and fuck off and shit. So I would love to hear his opinion about this, because it will kind of give us an insight into what his thinking was when he fired Rory and Moore.
I agree with him on that. But in the event that I don't, what role have you procured on your own?
None. Bro,
and that's why I need you.
And that's why I'm bringing up the Charlie Murphy point.
We have to.
But Charlie Murphy didn't do
Bro,
it.
we can't say we want to help each other, we want to help blacks, we want to help do this, we want to help do that, and then say, yo, you ain't never do it on your own, so I'm not going to help you.
Exactly. But the whole point of you being in a position is to help me do it on my own. You give me scrappy rolls, you feed me some scraps, you give me the leftovers, you give me passing rolls, 10 roll lines, right? If that, but let me get some credits underneath my belt, and then I could use that to then leapfrog into other situations that have nothing to do with you, to then really build my name. But you need to give me a little bit of a momentum. Give me something. Give me something to run with. Like, god damn, I don't think that's that hard to, you know, understand.
That's a part of helping somebody.
A lot of times you don't know the relationship.
Do you have siblings?
No, but that's a part of helping somebody.
All right, let me, as a person who has a sibling, well, siblings, who's tried to help siblings in the past, I'll give y'all a quick story. I guess it's like 04, 05 or something. My brother was on 106 in Park when they was doing a Freestyle Friday show. And I think 7 weeks was champion. He did 6 weeks.
Yo, big up MC. Any sibling of a famous person worth their salt would turn down the help in the first place. Yes, but I don't think in this situation. Chris Rock is like super famous. This is another level of fame though. It's not just like, oh, he's just more famous than you. Chris Rock is famous to a level where he can get entire movies greenlit. He's probably got a production company. Like, this is a real bona fide, like, Hollywood A-list person. If that's your brother, asking for help is different. Because that little bit of help that they give you could legitimately change your career, change your life completely. And they should be willingly going out of their way to do so, because you'd imagine, in my opinion, maybe I'm backwards here, but if you're the sibling that's successful, super, uber successful, surely giving your siblings some scraps that they can then enjoy to then leapfrog into other things makes your life easier, because it keeps them out of your hair, because they can then go on and start, you know, carving out their own lane and doing whatever they need to do without having to worry too much about, you know, what's going on back home. That's what should be happening.
While he's getting some notoriety up, I made a call to a couple people. Yo, y'all want to talk to little bro? I'm trying to get him put on somewhere. He ran late for the meeting, had too many people with a bunch of shit. So I was like, you know what, you just not ready yet. Mind you, I put my name on the line to get you this meeting. So now they looking at me like, yo, where your man at? What's up? I said, I won't do that again.
But that's a bad example from Ice. If I'm not mistaken, Ice's brother is Sue Surf, the battle rapper who's unfortunately now in prison for like drugs and shit, right? So free Sue Surf. But allegedly he was a part of a gang that was running drugs and shit, and you got looked up for that. So that's more of your problem. If you're Ice, like, why are you recommending your brother that you know is still, you know, on the streets? He's still on road. He's still jumping off the porch. He's still on bad timing. You know what I mean? He's obviously not ready. You know him. That's your brother. You know he's not quite there yet in his career or his life to kind of leave the streets, leave the road, leave the drug life alone. So he's obviously not going to be the most reliable person to get professional opportunities. That's what he should have done. So I think that's a really bad example from Ice there, personally.
Just something that I took from it, you just wasn't ready to prioritize what you wanted. So we don't know, I'm just giving you that example, we don't know that in the Chris Rock situation that he might have way back then, I'm just giving you an example, he might have had tried.
Tony
and
gave
said,
an example
cool.
on the
That's
podcast.
fair. Chris might have a reason.
And
Yeah.
this is where my issue came up. Is Chris said they were doing I think
By the way, Park sounds like a bitch here as well, by the way.
Comedy Cellar or something like that, and Tony pulled up. Chris said, "Yo, I'm gonna put you in the movie." He said, "All right, great." He's on
while
tour.
they weren't, while they weren't on the
greatest of terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then Tony was on tour or whatever, but he's like, I'll come back whenever. And then he started getting calls like, "Yo, we're on set. Where are you?" And he's
Wrong.
like, "Well, Chris never called me." That's not Chris's job to individually call each extra in the movie.
No.
Like,
Again, this is a dumb point. He didn't say he has to call every extra. His brother, who's the big star of the movie, goes up to him without him asking and says, "You're in my movie," almost as a way to kind of mend their relationship. Because at the point he said, "Me and my brother are not talking." That's what Tony Rock said. At that point, me and my brother were like on not the best terms. So it felt like to me, reading between the lines, Chris Rock offered Tony Rock the opportunity as a way to be like, "Hey, I'm sorry." As a way to say sorry without saying sorry. "I got this role for you." You would have hoped to further solidify and carry on this attempt to mend our relationship and to get us to back where we were before. I'm going to follow up for you. That's what anybody normal would do. Hey, I'm not on good terms with my friend, my brother, my colleague. Offer them something. They say yeah, but then I follow up, I follow through so we can continue this mending relationship. He doesn't follow through. So it seems like to me, Chris Rock did that as like a token to feel good, but then later on he probably changed his mind. Like, fuck that, fuck him. And he didn't follow through. And he knows his brother is prideful and also said earlier that, oh, after the 5 times he asked Chris Rock for a favor, he wouldn't ask again. He knew likely Tony Rock wouldn't call him either. And he didn't call him. That's the issue. I don't think Tony Rock did anything wrong in the situation. It wasn't like he was waiting, sitting on his hands for a phone call, being lazy or being, entitled or presumptuous. I don't think that was the case. I think it's mostly a case of Chris Rock not wanting to do anything for his brother.
Someone should have been handling this. Expecting your brother, who is a superstar, is doing you a lookout. Expecting him.
It depends. That depends.
Nah,
Well,
it doesn't.
I don't want to feel like my brother is any less my brother because I don't put him in the movie. I don't want to feel like that.
That's
Honestly, he's such a horrible person, Joe, innit? He's also the person who said, I don't owe my friends respect. What? You don't owe your friends respect? No. I owe everybody respect. Even some homeless person. What? Huh?
But also, you don't know their relationship though. A lot of times, niggas.
I'm not trying to assume it.
No, when niggas is younger, they don't fuck with each other. Just because you get up, I can do you that favor, but I'm not gonna be obligated to do it or be as enthused to do it because our relationship wasn't solid. We missed the sibling rivalry that happens as children when niggas grow up harboring that issue.
I think you got a duty. If
There's
he's
no
qualified-
duty, nigga.
if he's qualified-
Ain't no duty.
You got a duty when mama die.
Yeah.
I disagree.
If he's qualified,
because your mom will tell you, man.
Hold on. So you only turn into a good brother, you only help out your siblings when your mum dies. Yo, Joe's mind is so fucking toxic, innit? So you haven't had any experience, any training, any time to mend, build, cure, recuperate that fucking, relationship, but somehow magically when your parents die, then you're going to turn into a good sibling. Honestly, Joe's the worst person in the world. It honestly explains so much of why he had to get rid of Rory and Moore, because they were starting to feel like, in his head incorrectly, that they were the reason why the show was successful, even though they were. They played a big role in making the show successful. But in Joe's head, it was all his success. They had no right to ask for accounting. They had no right to inquire about the deals. He was doing them. None of your business. Go fuck yourself. Suck my dick. Right? So that's why he's saying what he's saying now. That's why he's saying it. But that's a weird way to live your life, bro.
Make sure you take care of your brother when I got.
And what if your brother was a piece of shit to you your whole life? What if he mistreated you as a kid? What if he did that? What if he disrespected Mama Love and you had to watch Mama cry and shit like that? Now you still got to put him on?
No. All of that is I'm agreeing with you. Obviously, if he's a murderer, you shouldn't do it. Right? No. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of fucked up things a person could do to disqualify him for it. But I'm saying, if we starting from just zero, and my brother does the same thing I'm doing, and he's relatively qualified, I'm putting him on.
What if his brother act like he was always better than him? Like, certain things where I don't want this shit around me. Yo, I got you. I'm gonna put you.
Why we just keep going to the most negative thing?
That's what I'm saying. Tony, that we don't.
Yeah, like why we always got to do that? We always got to make up this hypothetical situation where the nigga is just the scum of the earth piece of shit nigga.
That'll make you a scum.
I think Tony Rock is a real good dude.
I love Tony Rock. That's my guy. And we're gonna talk about this. When Will Smith smacked my brother, my same brother that didn't put me on no movies, and my same brother that did, that nigga wanted to fuck Will Smith up and was telling him, "Yo, dog, when I see you, it's
up." He at least made a point to say he ain't to say shit.
It don't matter. When I see you, it's up.
But that also speaks to like brotherly love, innit? Because you could have beef with your brother. You could not speak to your brother for 10 years. But if you see some stranger hit him in the face, you're going to crash out. You're going to willingly do some time for your brother. Even though you don't speak to each other, you're going to crash out automatically. That's how it should be. But what this tells me in conclusion is that more than likely, these guys have they're very similar in personality. This is what it tells me. More than likely, they're very, I guess both of them are probably quite prideful, probably don't like asking for help in the first place, and it makes them feel really icky and less than when they have to. Cool. Over the years, Chris Rock has become who he's become, and Tony Rock is kind of, he's doing his thing. He's funny as well, but he's doing his thing. He's on the way to maybe, trying to get to the levels that Chris Rock has been at. But they've both harbored maybe some ill feelings about each other's career and shit that they've never really spoken about. Tony maybe, obviously, we know about Tony's ones in that he feels that Chris Rock should have put him on more stuff, but he's never going to mention it because, he doesn't want to ever seem like he's down bad. He doesn't want ever Chris to feel like he's better than him, whatever. And he's not going to do that for his pride, for his ego, whatever. And I'm sure Chris has other things he's felt, awry, amiss, annoyed when it comes to Tony Rock. I'm sure that's the relationship they have. Over the years, it hasn't been helped by the lack of following through Chris Rock has done over the years. And fundamentally, what Tony Rock said about him asking on 5 separate times for help, and Chris Rock has never followed through or done or kind of agreed to help him in the end. Which is obviously a really bad sign that you're not really cool with your sibling the way you kind of thought you were. But in this situation, I feel like you owe it to your friends, your family, to help them out where need be, depending case by case. It's not across the board just because they're your blood and your brothers and shit. You should help them, but it should be a case by case scenario. You should approach everything, with a clean slate and shit and go from there. But I guess that's probably easier said than done. Cool. Let's move on. What you guys saying here? Let's move on. Christian put him on a pretty down. This is actually a fish called Chin Chin. Cool. Let's move on. Let's do some stand-up comedy. Let's do some clips. Stand-up comedy clips. Let's run through some clips. Let's see what you guys think. I pulled these clips from the stand-up comedy Reddit, which I thought were funny. I'm curious to see if you guys think they're funny too. I pulled some clips from the stand-up comedy subreddit. I'm curious to see if you guys think these clips are just as funny as I thought they were. Let me see what you guys think. Let's see. I doubt it, but let's see. Who knows? Let's see.
But what elevates him to a great writer? Here's my theory, because I have the microphone. Okay. Say I was a good writer, and just after I passed away late in the 17th century, my country invaded half the planet and then made them learn English and then introduced the English schooling system and then made them read all of my plays to graduate high school. That would make me a great writer.
What we saying, ladies and gentlemen in the crowd? What we saying? Do we like intellectual jokes? Do we like literature jokes? Do we like Shakespearean jokes? What we saying? Non-fiction jokes? Literature jokes. What are we saying? What are we saying? I said boo. What are we saying? Yes or no? What are we saying? We do. Her point stands, but nobody can say Shakespeare wasn't great. I like the premise. It's a good premise. Okay, cool. Good. Glad to hear I'm not the only one that thought that was funny. Glad to hear. Next bit. Let's see what you guys think about this one. Let's hear what you guys think about this one. Let's see if you laughed at this the way I laughed at it when I saw this. Let's go.
There's it. Oh, fuck. Hey, is there you get a manager to replace the microphone? Yeah, that one's fucked too. I'd fix it myself, but I'm Jewish. I'm not a religious Jew. I don't go to temple. I eat pork and I eat shellfish too. I'm the worst Jew. Oh, not the worst Jew. Netanyahu's going for that prize. Right? Just past Bernie Madoff on the all-time worst Jew list. And then you got Harvey Weinstein pulling in third. Oh, Jeffrey Epstein. And Woody. You know what? That might be the best Jew. It's just a joke. There are plenty of Christian pedophiles out there, too.
What are we saying? I quite like that personally. I quite like that as well. I thought that was funny. What we saying in the stream chat? What we saying? Do we like it? Funny, pretty funny, cool. Yo, big up Asad Aziz, like it. It started off air, but it really finished strong. Yeah, exactly. I liked it. Next one. Let's see what you guys think about this. I've actually seen this one, yeah. I haven't watched this one, so I'll react to it the same as you. Let's see what we think about this one.
My mom loves Facebook. She's bad at it, but she loves it. The other day, she posted a picture of Donald Trump swinging a golf club. No caption. And my mom's a liberal, too, so I was confused. I'm one of the lucky whites in that respect. So I reached out to my mom. I was like, hey, Mom, why'd you post a picture of Donald Trump swinging a golf club with no caption? You know, I was thinking, I'm going to tell her about these captions. I'm going to change her whole life, you know? And she responded, look how fucking fat he is. And at that moment, I thought, you know what? Maybe I won't tell her about the captions. Maybe captions aren't for her. I'm like, Mom, that's not even what we don't like about the guy. Wait till you find out about what he does and says.
What are we saying about that one? I quite like that. What are we saying? Yeah, exactly. Big up Sarlux. It's enlightening to see. Yeah, all the good. Exactly. What we saying? Oh, yo, big up Austin Casey with the gifted subs. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Big up Austin Casey with the gifted subs. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you. Appreciate you. Everyone that got a gifted sub, make sure you thank fucking Austin Casey. Thank fucking Austin Casey. Get the thanks in the chat there. All of you motherfuckers that received it, get your thanks in there. Big up Asad Aziz. Big up everybody that got one. Big up everyone that got one. I can't see all of you that got one, but it's coming up on the screen. I'll let it go through. Big up everyone that got one. Big up everybody that got their gifted sub. Appreciate all of you. And by the way, for the gifted subs, what I'll do going forward is I'll do like one stream. I'll do one stream that will only be available to members. So there'll be a member only stream once a week. All right. So if you're a member, if you want to subscribe, link is down below. There'll be one stream per week that'll be for members only. So keep an eye on that. Okay. That's what we're going to be doing. 1 week, one. And then obviously I'm going to do my, is that it? And then obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my Patreon for like reacting to video clips of like stand-ups and shit. I've got Ellen one coming up as well. So that's what I'll do going forward. So big up Austin Casey. Appreciate you. You're fucking G. Appreciate you. Big up everybody that got their gifted memberships. Big up. Next comedian. Let's see what you guys think about this. Let's see if you guys laugh at this one. Let's see what this guy's saying.
I'll admit the presidential election, it should be a popular vote. The Electoral College is a system that makes absolutely no sense. Ohio, the #1 opioid state. They pick the president every 4 years. Every 4 years, we just have to Narcan Ohio. Like, Ohio, it's time to pick the president! And Ohio's like, who's running? Oh, it's Trump versus a chick again? What? Oh, but this time she's hot. Okay. I feel like we give Ohio way too much power. I feel like every 4 years, Ohio's like, until they let the Browns back in the Super Bowl, we're not letting the Browns back in the White House. I don't know if I like the old man clapping for that one. Yeah. Finally, comedy like it used to be.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get that one because I'm not American. I think that was more American-based humor. I don't know why Ohio. I don't know why it's funny that Ohio judges or gets to pick who the president is. I don't get that. That's too American for me. Unfortunately, it's too American for me. I don't understand that one. But the crowd seemed to like it. What do you guys think in the stream chat? I didn't get that one. That was a little bit too American for me. Too American. Premise was funnier than a joke. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Politics is lame, especially with comedy. To be fair, that's a good point overall, isn't it? Big up, Mr. Still Your Girl. 6 out of 10. It was very political though. 3 out of 10. Wow, the right can win with less votes. Not for me. The delivery was awful. Personally, I beg to differ. Political jokes are funny. That was just too inside baseball. Yeah, exactly. That's a good phrase. NJ, exactly. Too inside baseball. It kind of lost me there. I was like, what's going on? Where's Ohio? What's Narcan? What's an opioid? Somebody help me. I'm just a naive Englishman. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, next one. Next one. Let's continue.
Clip Patrick I was talking to some Trump supporters, and this is the thing. I'm getting to it. I'll tell you all about it right now. Where you at? Is Melania in the crowd? I'm not on this replacement tough for you, Melania. Where you at? Oh, now you're quiet. Where are you? I can't see you. Oh, shit, you're a few fucking Pinots in, huh? It sounds like. What's your name, miss? Polly? I know I was gonna say that. I think Polly is a cracker, but it's
Oh shit! Started off very rough, but that was good. That was good. It started off rough, but that was good. I think Polly is the cracker. Yo, absolutely destroyed. That was actually good. What do you guys think in the stream chat? I've seen this guy stand-up clips before. Assad, he's not bad. Does a lot of crowd work, but I guess that's just the game. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. I'm also repentant of my hate of crowd work. I hate crowd work for myself because I'm a very violent, thin-skinned guy in public, so I can't be in crowd work crowds because I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna physically assault somebody. So I'm okay with not being in a crowd, but I've kind of gone off not respecting it as an art form. Do what you want to do. You know, it is what it is. Like the comedian, but this was meh. Okay, so you like the comedian, but you don't like the joke. Big up King Bayo. Better crowd work than we usually see. Big up NJ. John's daughter said, my man is freestyling. His delivery was spot on. Okay, cool. So some people like it. Okay, next one. Let's see what you guys think about this one.
What's your OnlyFans, bro? There's no way y'all not together doing that shit. And if you're not doing that, you're stupid, dude. You guys not doing OnlyFans?
For us, not for
You know that you could just take this home videos and upload them. And then be like, oopsie daisies, we making $70K a month. You know what I mean? Because both of you guys are hot, dude. I ain't even gay, but I watch you like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. You look is scary. How many people have you killed? Let's start there. You killed 0 people?
Nothing that I can talk about.
That was the scariest thing anyone's ever said to me. Are you from here, bro?
I was born in Cuba.
So you came here because you killed people? Murdered 3 people in Cuba. Was like, fuck this, dude. Oh my God, America, America. Is that you? Yeah, dude, you are big as fuck, bro. What do you do, man?
I moved here.
Albino Matt Rife.
This one's rough, innit? This one's rough, man. This is some Brendan Schaub, what's his name? Little Brows. This is rough, bro. This is rough. This is fucking rough. Albino Matt Rife is fucking hilarious.
You move pianos? No shit. Do you even use equipment or you just use...
I'm the equipment.
Damn, that's the hottest thing a person ever said. I am the equipment. That's what's up. Did you just like walk down the street and someone's like, you're big as fuck, move this? Or how did you apply?
So I went to school.
You went to school to move pianos? You wasted all your dad's money, bro. Your dad had to kill 17 people for you to go to school. And you just went to what? You school at U-Haul University?
To be fair, the end was better than the beginning, but it's still terrible to get through. And also, why does his haircut look like he's wearing a yarmulke? Is it only me? Or does his haircut look like he's wearing a yarmulke? He's not actually wearing a yarmulke, but it looks like he is wearing one based on his haircut. Have you guys noticed that? Look, he's not actually wearing a yarmulke. It's just a shade of his hair, but it looks like he is wearing one. Is that like a new style for kids now? They kind of like color their hair in a way to make it look like they're wearing a yarmulke. Wow. It looks like it, doesn't it? Like it legit looks like he's wearing one, but he's actually not. Yeah, this is, to be fair, this is why I say, as much as I dunk on Brendan on here, I think Brendan should come out to stand-up comedy. Brendan could do this. This is Brendan's type of humor. Brendan would be dying if he saw this live. Brendan would be dying if he saw this live. He'd be calling this guy a killer, a murderer. Oh my God, you're a beast. This is Brendan type of comedy. He could easily do a set like this, you know? Easily do a set like this, easily. He should stop being shy and come back and do stand-up. But that wasn't very good. Oh, and then we've got this post courtesy of the stand-up comedy subreddit. What it's saying here, this is something we've spoken about ad nauseum on this particular stream. They're saying here, is podcasting ruining stand-up comedy? And I guess we can all agree it is, right? Let's just zoom in what to say. So, I feel that many of my favorite comedians with podcasts haven't had very good specials lately. It seems like the subject matter for their podcast bleeds into specials, making them feel too familiar and not hitting as hard. Perhaps some of these comedians are becoming complacent, having built a fan base through their podcast, which allows them to fill a room with fans who are more interested in seeing a famous person than enjoying a creative comedy. I also think that the funniest comedians often don't do well on podcasts, may have no interest in starting one. I can't help but feel that if only way these comedians made money was through performing comedy, they would try harder and create generally funny material. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I would kind of flip it though. There's a sentence here I don't agree with. I would say I don't think it's, so they say here, it seems like the subject matter from the podcast bleeds into the specials. I don't think it's that. I just think they're lazy. I don't think they're even trying to find, because in the beginning of stand-up comedy pods, there was a time when a lot of those guys were trying to find material, premises, whatever, setups during the podcast. They'd maybe try material out. But I think a lot of them don't even bother. They just sit on the podcast and pod and talk like we all do. But I don't think they're actually using the pods to mine for material. I don't think so. But then when it gets time to writing, they can't be bothered to write, so they just do the bare minimum. I think that's what happened. I think it's just complacency across the board. But I could be wrong. What are you guys saying in the stream chat about this? 2 shots of the whiskey. Neat. It's hard to be a stand-up comedian when you're really a truck guy. It's hilarious. The best comics. Yaki, best comics on podcasts is a good point, MK. You know what I was going to use as an example? I know some of you won't agree. You know what I was going to use as an example? Sebastian Maniscalco. How do you say his surname? Forgive me. But Sebastian Maniscalco, I feel like is a great example of it. He's a pretty horrible podcast guest, but stand-up wise, he's a killer, in my personal opinion. Like, he can't podcast for shit. He's pretty boring. But when he gets on stage and tells jokes, I think he's fucking good. I personally enjoy his specials. I've always laughed when I've watched them. I saw Mark Norman last year. Almost all his jokes I heard him tell on the podcast in one way or another. Wow. Damn. I don't think it's exclusively a podcast issue with Mark, as it's a content overload issue. Oh, another good point. Content overload. I saw him in Denver like 7 years ago. He was retelling bits that I already saw on his Comedy Central half hour that posted on the specials. I saw him again last year, and he recycled the Jewish dating app joke PayPal that I saw at the Denver show. Yeah, that's inexcusable. You see, a lot of these guys are just getting lazy. A lot of these guys are just getting lazy. They're making loads of money. They've never made this kind of money before. The fame is incredible. I think stand-up comedy fame is probably as good as DJ fame, right? The kind of field that I want to pursue. I think being a DJ is really good, that kind of fame, because it's a fame in a particular niche, but it's not sort of fame where you can't go down to your local supermarket and do the groceries on a weekend, you know? Like, it's still fame where you can kind of live your everyday life, but in a very particular niche, you're very famous. So it's perfect. You make a lot of money and you're really famous to a small group of people, but you can still do what the fuck you want to do. But I think that also makes you very, very lazy, because you're not really doing much for that money or fame. You're literally just sitting in front of a microphone like I am and ranting. So, you know, and I think stand-up is actually harder than podcasting, obviously. We know that, right? Stand-up is definitely way harder than podcasting. Like, actually sitting down and writing jokes, going on stage, performing them, figuring out what's working, what's not working, bombing, blah, blah, blah. That's traveling to the locations is infinitely more difficult than doing podcasting. Let's continue here. Let's see what other reasons people have here. Less is more. Even Chappelle wouldn't be as funny if you heard him every day. Good point. No, everyone thinking they need to make a podcast is ruining comedy. Yeah, I feel like Joe stopped saying that. Am I the only person that felt that? I feel like Joe stopped saying, "Oh, everyone should have a podcast." Remember, that was his kind of thing he used to do. I don't feel like I hear Joe saying that as often. I think even he's realized, like, no, not everyone should have a podcast. For me, it's that listening to comics being funny off the cuff on pods makes it hard to get past how rehearsed the stand-up act is. Huh. I never thought about this one. It's not like the curtain has been lifted and the comedians repeat their acts 100 times. It's just more apparent and somehow distracting. I find this to be the case with everyone though. Nick Mullen and Joe List specifically seem to transcend that for me and a few others. So this person's a little bit miffed. They kind of don't vibe with rehearsed comedy. It seems too rehearsed. Huh? Okay, weird. But I guess this is for me too. I definitely notice the act part more when I watch a set, because I'm used to hearing them in casual settings, riffing and with friends for an hour or so. Well, an hour or so on their own podcast, then on like 5 other podcasts for a week or two. I wonder if a lot of people feel that way. It's too rehearsed. I wonder if that's the reason why a lot of people do what do you call it, crowd work. That could be a reason. Who knows? Yeah, sometimes. Yes, someone asked me if I like stand-up, and I said yes, I'm a big fan. Then they asked me which stand-ups, and I realized that I don't listen to comedians. Oh, that's a brilliant observation. That's a brilliant observation. Someone asked me if I like stand-up comedy, and I said yes, I'm a big fan. Then he asked me which stand-ups, and I realized that I just listened to comedians on podcasts. Wow, I bet it's the majority of people, but it's actually the majority of people, like people said in the stream, is even worse. Somebody asks you, do you like stand-up? You say yes, but you don't actually watch stand-up. You just watch detractor channels that dunk on stand-up comedians. You just watch like stand-up hate channels. You know, I like comedians, yes, but I just watch other YouTubers dunk on them and talk badly about them so I can laugh at their misfortune. That is fucking incredible. Look how far we've come as a society. Look at how far we've come as a society. It's very common for a comedian to be funnier in a casual podcast setting than on stage. For example, I think Theo Von is hilarious on pods, but his stand-up specials are surprisingly bad. I think having a popular podcast is giving stand-up comedians the validation they seek, which hurts their actual stand-up career. They sell tickets because of their podcast, not because of their stand-up. You know another reason why Theo is also really bad on stand-up? I feel like Theo has like a different cadence. Like his cadence is weird. Has anyone noticed that? He has a really strange cadence. He's almost trying to perform. He's not being his natural self. He has like a very distinct, unobvious like stage voice. Has anyone realized that? I feel like the stage voice is what puts me up. It's like, who the fuck is that? I've never heard him speak like that. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, why is Theo talking like that? It's automatic. He goes into this weird like stand-up comedian voice where I feel like if he tried to replicate what he does on a pod, that voice way more on the stage would be funnier. I think so, but I don't know. I could be wrong. What you guys saying here? Bill Wingers thinks AZ is funnier than half of these lows. I don't think so, but I appreciate you, Wingers. Crowd work is about saving their rehearsed jokes for their specials. Yeah, and also being lazy. I fucking hate crowd work. I'll continue hating crowd work until the day that I die. I'm the biggest hater of crowd work. I probably hate crowd work more than I hate Brendan. I don't even hate Brendan. I hate crowd work with all my heart. I hate crowd work. My hate list: crowd work and fucking Brian Callen Sandals and Eric Griffin. Those are my top 3 hates. Eric Griffin, Brian Callen Sandals, and crowd work. Leukemia is funnier than Joe Rogan. Jesus Christ. Wingers, bro. Wingers. I just got monetized on this channel, brother. I just got monetized, bro. Like, cut me some slack. Taz still hasn't been monetized again. I got demonetized again on Taz. I have to reapply again in January or maybe February. They're still blocking me on Taz. Random shows, my one mecca, is my one safe space. Like, God almighty, Wingers, man. Let a nigga live, bro. Look down below. Look down below, man. I'm trying to get myself a Mac Mini to fucking boost this stream, to improve the camera, improve the setup. I want to get myself a little Mac Mini to kind of improve the setup in that. Let me live, Wingers McDingers, bro. Leukemia is funnier than Joe Rogan. Like, goddamn, man. Let a nigga eat. And you're a fucking member. It's like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Let a nigga.
Not all comedians need a podcast. David Lucas has a fishing podcast. Who the fuck wants to listen to that guy?
To be fair. Now you said it that way, I've never thought about it that way. I actually thought when I saw it, oh, that's quite smart. Instead of having a regular podcast, he's going for the angle of fishing. Maybe he comes from a fishing family, or he comes from an area in America where they all fish and shit. But he's so, now that I've watched videos about him, he's so unlikable. I don't see why anybody would watch it. You know, he's not a very warm person. He doesn't seem like a nice person. He's not somebody that you want to really root for. So it's a weird angle. It's got a fishing angle. He should have just gone for the gluttony shit and just had like a mukbang channel or something. Or had like his own version of like, you know, Soul Food Eats with fucking, you know, what's his name? David Lucas or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, Keys to My Belly. I don't know, something. It's a strange premise. You're right. And also, to be fair, when I've heard him on pods, he's also not a good pod guest anyway. So I don't really, you know, I think part of the way you find new podcasts is maybe by listening to somebody on a pod you already listened to be a guest. And like, oh shit, he or she's really funny. Let me check them out. But I don't think anybody has ever listened to David Lucas on another pod and be like, oh shit, that guy's fucking hilarious. Let me go check out what he does. You know, not really. You might consume, like, I bet most people have probably consumed David Lucas, you know, pause, on Kill Tony. That's the majority of their consumption of David Lucas. Like, by force on Kill Tony. And if you don't watch Kill Tony, you want to listen to him. Or maybe watching something on Gas Digital, yeah? Like, maybe when he pops in on there. But yeah, you're right. That fishing show is a strange one. I'm sure there's a reason behind it. Because I know in America, there's a ton of black people that love fishing and stuff. It's big out there, especially, I guess, in places where there's water. Maybe down south, Miami. I don't know. Don't kill me. My American geography isn't the greatest. I'm sure there's a reason why he does it, but it doesn't really make any sense. You're right. Big up Weston Casey. Let's continue. I don't think I listen to any comedians' podcasts except Mark Maron, a guy that is local to me to keep up with what's going on here, so I haven't actually noticed. Norm's funnier than ever. Would say IG more because it demands such a content surplus. Huh? Really? This person thinks Instagram is the reason why comedy podcasts are shit. Or specials. That might be a good point, you know. You want to go viral, you do your best material on stage, but then you clip it in a way to go viral, but then you start doing material on stage that only really resonates on social media. Because I'm sure some of the better comedians have probably noticed that. there's some material that you do that bangs on social but doesn't bang in real life. Yo, big up Shades Cal. Big up. Join. Welcome. Thank you for being a member, brother. Appreciate you. What the fuck's going on, man? You're right. They're also telling all of their good stories on the pods, which means that they have less to talk about on stage. And they're also more tapped in on current events, which means their material is more similar to each other. The folks who have themed podcasts are always having to rotate guests. The folks who have themed podcasts are always having to rotate guests. Seem more immune. The ones who have same guests every week. I see what they mean. So essentially, this guy's trying to say, by definition, if you take their example to head, they're probably saying that the Are You Garbage guys would likely have a better stand-up special than Luis J. Gomez and his friends. Yo, big up MK. Big up MK. Thank you for joining us a member, brother. Appreciate you. What do you guys think? You guys think that's true? Are You Garbage guys, because they have a theme-based podcast, would probably likely have a better special than people like Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, because you're not hearing them talk about current topics. They've got a theme. Their theme is Are You Garbage? But then their special, they get to talk about the topics that you don't hear about and talk about week in, week out. Who knows? I feel like podcasts are just too much exposure for most comedians. Perfect example is Starvey. I love his persona and material, so I sub to the podcast. After about 3 months, it becomes trite. We get it. I'm gay, suck my dick, eat pussy. I would... Honestly, reducing a comedian to that, reducing an entire comedian's persona and act to that. We get it. I'm gay, suck my dick, eat pussy. I would hold this novelty a bit longer. If there wasn't such a huge volume of content being pumped out almost daily. Wow. So even fans, this guy's saying he's a fan of Starvey, and he's even getting exhausted with Starvey because of how much content he's putting out. Shit. Same thing happened to me with Tim Dillon. I loved him and his stand-up, and then listened to the podcast for too long, and it became pretty predictable and repetitive. Only guy who I've been able to listen to in his podcast long-term and still love is Bill Burr. I think it's because he is naturally funny himself without playing. And also, Bill Burr talks about some shit. And his podcast isn't long. It's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and the last half an hour, they replay a clip from like an old episode. So it's not long, you know? It's a quite short, snappy thing. He updates you on his live. He might notice something in the media he was going to give a spin about and talk about. Do you know what I mean? Like, but to be fair, Bill Burr also, I was supposed to mention, he's just funny, innit? He's just funny. There's no excuse. He's just fucking funny. So anyway, moving on. Let's switch tact a bit. Let's watch a bit of Chin. Then we'll watch some TFATK. So let's do some Chin. So Chin did a video where he's giving Brendan a fade. It's a random vlog. There we go, here. So let's play this Chin video, and then we're gonna do a new episode of TFATK that just popped out, yeah? So let's do that. Let's run through the things, yeah? Let's go. So we're gonna do this Chin vlog, and then we're gonna do an episode of TFATK, okay? Cool. Blessed. Big up everybody tuning in, appreciate you. Make sure you like the stream down below, subscribe to the channel if you can, help a brother out, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's go with Chin's vlog. The title is Giving Brendan Schaub a Philly Fade. I don't know, that sounds a bit sussy, innit? Giving Brendan a Philly Fade. I want to say pause. Fighting with Brian Callen. Cool. Let's post this and let's see what I'll go on here.
You just said, why do I need to know this? Why do you need to know?
Look at Chin enjoying, basking in the glory of how he got dunked on during this fucking episode of TFATK. Chin is still fucking talking about this shit. Okay, cool.
Where the Arctic and Antarctica, that the North and the South.
Why do I? Same thing happened in Germany.
Same reason you should know why Africa is a continent, or why.
Chin knows that. So okay, why is Africa a continent?
Why is Africa a continent?
Yeah,
well, because it stands on its own.
Okay.
He's so petty, innit? Bro, you're still redacted. You don't know where Australia is. You thought Australia was in Europe. He's still trying to get his own back and win and dunk back on Brian. Bro, you thought Australia was in Europe. This guy, bro. Big up Wingers. Appreciate you, bro.
Producer, singer, musician, barber, geography enthusiast, chef. Is there no beginning to Chin's talents?
Is that explorer, traveler? Exactly. Is he a traveler? Yeah, exactly. Geography, you know. Honestly, this guy is fucking annoying, man. So annoying. Big up Wingers. By the way, I love Brian just having a little fun with this. Yeah, you're not having fun. You're an idiot, bro. You're in your mid-40s and you thought Australia was in Europe. I'm sorry. You're a fucking idiot and you should be embarrassed. Like, read some books. Get your knowledge up a little bit, slightly. Please, for the love of God. No one's asking you to be admitted to Mensa anytime soon, but thinking Australia is in Europe is fucking retarded. Oh, shit. Sorry. Redacted. Oh, man. See, it's not even fucking, it's not even, what's his face fault, innit? It's not even Wingers' fault. It's my fault now. I was blaming Wingers. I was blaming Sarlux for my demonetization, but it's actually my fault. I'm my own worst enemy. No!
All right, it is now Thursday. I'm meeting up with one of my old friends. I met her when I was a voiceover producer, and I worked on some of her voiceover stuff. Anyhow, we ended up becoming friends. We barely hang out with each other.
Yo, driving on the highway, holding the phone, looking at the phone, not having all the money Chin spends on camera equipment, on lighting, on generators, on literal mansions of tents. Like, he buys like a family size tent for himself. He doesn't have money to buy like a little clip-on from Amazon. They just clip onto the dashboard to hold your phone while you're vlogging. Because clearly he does it a lot. He has to drive, like he's driving like that. Like, what a psycho. What an absolute psycho. All that money he spends on shit. On gear. New fucking stove to take with him. A fucking massive blinding LED light he puts around his head. And he doesn't have money to get a little tripod to put his phone while he's driving. Come on, Chin. You're going to get yourself in trouble, man. You're going to cause an accident. Someone might die. Yo, big up Assad. Appreciate it, bro.
Jack of all trades, master of Philly faves. His name is Chin Suyi, but when you see him, he's white.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. Remember him at the fucking thing in Alaska? Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Howdy. Motherfucker, man. Howdy. Big up Assad Aziz.
We barely talk, but every now and then we'll hit each other up to get lunch or something just to catch up. So I'm heading to a place called Sugarfish. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's one of my favorite sushi places ever. It's going to be in Studio City, where we actually met at the studio I worked at. All right, I'll see you there. There we are. Sugarfish.
Why do I feel like there's a little baddie there? Why do I feel like there's a Sugarfish in the UK? Does that feel like a branch? Or am I mistaken? Is there another one? Why do I feel like I've heard of a Sugarfish in the UK somewhere? Chin hardly sees this girl ever. Former colleagues, they keep in touch loosely. She looks like she's probably the same age as Chin. Maybe also single, right? They see each other again for a nice little cute day at a sushi restaurant. And guess what Chin's doing? Of course he's vlogging the entire thing. Of course he's vlogging the entire thing. Of course he is. So they're sitting there having some nice din-dins with a cute lady, getting out, catching up, talking about old times. Nah, let me vlog it. Even though I haven't seen you in years. Let me vlog it. Cool. Not bad, Chin. Not bad. But again, nothing's going to happen. Kerry. Not bad, Chin, but Chin's too focused on trying. Come on, Chin. Put the camera down and have dinner with this nice lady, man. She didn't even know she's going to be on camera. She's like, oh.
So I'm here with my buddy Carrie, and she has a little lesson
My
for
buddy
y'all.
Carrie.
Yes.
My buddy. My buddy. Yeah, it's your buddy. Yeah, buddy. Only buddies only.
this. So when you go to a restaurant, you ask for a side of salt. They give this to you, right?
I don't see a wedding ring on there. I don't see a wedding ring on that finger. I don't see a wedding ring on that finger. Chin should be trying to fucking spit some game and like hanging out and shit and trying to rub her shoulder or, you know what I mean? I don't see a wedding ring on there, but Chin's vlogging. God almighty.
And then, you know, I mean, maybe this is whatever fits your mood.
And she's also a white lady that's into Asian culture. I'm sorry, but not to be stereotypical, but if she's a white lady and she pays this much interest or she has this much interest into the culinary delights of, you know, places in Asia, most likely, guess what? She likes Asian men. Most likely. So you already win. You're already winning just by default of who you are, by how you were born. Bang, you're one already. You're already one up. Put the camera down and start spitting some game, brother. But nah, Chin's too busy recording. Chin's too busy recording. And she looks like she looks like they're similar age, right? She's probably settled in her career doing her thing. This guy, man. This guy.
I'm the main character syndrome, aka everyone wants to see me and my life, so I'll vlog it. Exactly. What are we doing here?
Like, who is this? Like, who is this for? Who is this for? This little cute date you're going with an old colleague, maybe ex-flame, maybe whatever. Who is this for? Who needs to see this? Who?
You put your side of that. This is for guacamole.
It's for us. Big up Assad. Big up Assad. Why is it's not saying it? Oh, it's not saying it. Oh, ass. That's like it said ass. Chin should be eating sushi out of her ass on his second balcony, but he'd rather film and edit this combo for Zinga Nation to watch. Exactly. 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 He should be scooping. He should be scooping. He should be scooping. Right? He should be scooping noodles out of her belly button. He should be scooping bits of kimchi out of her fucking mouth. Right? Ear. Whatever. That's what he should be doing. Right? He should be getting soy sauce all over those toes and sucking them. No cap. That's what I've seen on the internet. I don't know. I've not done it. I've never done it. I'm just saying. But instead he is recording vlogs.
And this is for modeling things.
So I bought some pantalones. These right here for like $100 and some bone broth.
Oh, he dropped some money. He's trying to impress her, isn't it? Of course. Look at Chin. Look at Chin. Look at the lack of riz. They're not even probably an hour into the date and she's already on her phone. They're probably not even an hour. They've probably been there a couple of hours and she's already on her phone. She's so bored already. Oh, God almighty, Chin SUYI. God almighty. I bought these joggers.
At Erewhon, I never shop at Erewhon, but I never shop at Erewhon. Yeah. We tried she got a coffee, I got
Chin, bro, you've been single for 10 years, Chin, man. At least get your dick wet or something, man. Get a little tongue wrestling going on or something. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a nice little long hug or something. A little cheek-to-cheek action or something. A little maybe holding of the hand on the table or something. You've been single for 10 years, Chin. Are you not? What is going on here, bro? What the fucking camera? Put the camera down, man. Try and finger bang her outside or something, bro. Come on.
And by the way, the bone broth, it's not great.
Different day. Of course, different day. Nothing happened. Different day. Of course. Nothing happened. Different day. Alone in bed. Alone on one of my 4 balconies. Different day. Of course, different day. Of course, different day. Different fucking day. This fucking guy, man. Oh, he drives me crazy. Come on, Chin. Put the phone down. Fucking hell. Different day. Different day. She left. She's now at the bottom of my fridge. Marinating for another 8 days. Oh.
All right. Well, there's a beautiful Ford.
Oh, of course, here he is with the lads. Different day. Now I'm with now I'm with the guys I enjoy the most. The guys that I really love me for who I am.
Rusto. There's Sanaz and there's Casey.
Oh, hello. It's a Sanaz sighting there, isn't it? Shit, she's hiding. She's always hiding some junk underneath there, isn't it? She's hiding some junk underneath there, isn't it? The gap is gapping, isn't it? There's a little gap there, isn't it? Fucking hell. Gap looks like a fucking bridge. Shit.
Sanaz and there's Casey. There's a boat, giant boat, and this right here is my dream car. Like literally my dream car.
My dream. He's been hanging around. He's been hanging with Brendan too long. What does she know about cars? What dream is your car? Because you saw it on GTA or something. My dream car. What? Why would you even like? That car's wasted on you, bro. Dream car. What? Chin's going through a midlife crisis for real, bro.
I've dreamt about this car.
Yeah, sure.
Lincoln.
After filming, I dropped off Brendan to fix his Hummer. So he's literally underneath the Hummer, changing the oil and shit. Fucking hell, bro. Imagine going to a Target and pulling up to go do your shopping and you see that parked there. How obnoxious is this? Like, what the fuck is this? Some guy just parked their army spec Hummer in the, like, what? For what? Like, what is the purpose of this car? Why do you own this? Why? Different day. No chicks. This is Kevin and I shadow sparring after filming Golden Hour. Shadows. Oh, the movement is horrendous, isn't it? Yeah, I'd fuck Chin up, man. I'd fuck Chin up. I'd put him to sleep. The movement is fucking horrendous. I'd fuck Chin up, man. I'd kill everybody in that studio. I'd kill everybody. I honestly think he just enjoys no cap. I think he just enjoys his life a lot more than we think he does. It looks sad to us, but I think he actually does enjoy the fact that he gets to hang out with the boys. Right now, this is the kind of stuff where, like, if you have a girlfriend or a partner or a wife, these are the moments where you're texting her quickly. Hey, where are you? Do you want me to pick up something on the way home for us to eat? Do you want me to meet you here for a quick drink? How's your day? What did your boss say about this thing? This is when you're having those type of conversations. Or maybe someone's telling you, hey, when are you coming back home? And you're trying to get back home quickly. I think he enjoys this. I think he enjoys the freedom of being able to just, like, fuck around, hang out with the lads. Like, he prefers being one of the lads more, I think, than actually settling down or kind of growing up. I don't think he wants to, personally. I think he likes the fact that he looks the way he does. You know, he's 40-something, but he dresses like he's 20 years old. He doesn't act like he's age either. I'm starting to think now he actually likes this. I don't think he wants to move on from this, which is weird and a bit sad, but, you know, we've all got our choices.
We like punches. We like punch our punches. I'm working on my oh, that's really like,
it's good.
Hard to do.
Yo, big up Joel from MIA. He's extremely immature and childish. Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. Are you allowed to be that way? Is that possible? On my bugging, on my chatting shit. Can you be immature and childish and it just not be a bad thing? It's a descriptor. It's a descriptor of your actions and your behavior, but it's not a judgment. You're childish and immature based on the age you are and the stage and the state of the way you are, the stage you are in your career and your life. But it's not an admonishment. I'm not chastising you for it. I'm not telling you to change. I'm just saying you're immature and you're childlike. But I think it's perfectly fine. Live your life how you want to live it. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm chatting shit.
Did I just see that? Body? He takes those.
Now kiss.
And then, yeah.
Now kiss.
He wants to kiss you.
Smells like farts over here.
Good. Yo, big up Robert Holden. But in fairness, he wasn't this bad at the start. Being around Grape and Redacto has made him worse. No, I agree, but let's be honest also. I think the breakup with Jobo is the main thing also. Because the Jobo, if you remember the vlogs with Jobo, not only was she the girlfriend, she was also, they were also doing a lot of date stuff, coupley stuff together, talking a lot, meeting his family, meeting her family, trips. He had a quite busy social life, you remember? It wasn't always about work. He would do things. He'd be going to events and whatever, you know? So I think the Jobo breakup was the beginning of the end, really. That's what really changed him and kind of let him be, you know what? I'm going to be this evergreen young guy, you know? And I think, I don't know if I could say this, it makes sense. Doesn't know if I'm saying the right thing. But I think the tattoos also were after Jobo. The leg tattoos, the never wearing trousers, the chain, you know? I think that's also after Jobo. So it's obviously like a, you know, a little bit of a midlife crisis thing as well. Like, I'm still lit, I'm still that guy, blah, 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 not growing up. I think that's also a part of it, but I could be wrong.
God damn it, James. This is what's happening right now after fighting the kid. There's her in a hoodie because she's freezing.
It's freezing in here.
What? Constant complaint of all girls in every office space I've ever worked in. But I guess there is physiologically, there's a difference between how men and women kind of, you know, deal with temperatures inside buildings, but it's always a battle. Do you bring the heating on, put the air conditioning too high, too low?
There's Mark.
Well, your dad's birthday's coming up.
I know. There's Mark.
Let's
with
all
the
wish him a
microphone
happy birthday.
right next to his nose, and there's Casey.
My brother's birthday is a couple days
in a
before
mask.
That.
Nice.
My brother's gonna be 40.
Didn't Brendan wear that? Would always spit and shit.
How old's your dad?
No,
gonna
thank
be,
you.
like 100?
You son of a. Or you can just do it right now.
Here, but you already put Massachusetts there, so you're like,
They're still going.
Okay.
Okay.
They're still going. They're still going with this thing. They're still going. Wow.
California, Oregon, Washington.
Dude, Mark is already really good.
Okay, we got all those.
Yeah, but we need to
got all
see where the right ones are at. Like, you know,
That is true.
This is kind of embarrassing if you are American that you don't know your states. Is it 51, right? If you don't know all of them, that's kind of embarrassing, to be fair. If you're like, this is stuff that you probably learn in like elementary school, right? Maybe high school, but I think elementary school, I'd imagine. Like, surely you should know. Surely you should know your 51 states, right? Is it 51 or 50? 50. Is it 51 or 50? 55. 36. 20.
Just pull up a map on your phone.
I know, but I don't have my phone. Can we times out?
Yep. This is Marcus trying to figure out every single state on the United States map.
He
said he knows, yeah, he can do it.
100%.
Which none of us can do.
Nobody on the planet.
All right, you want me to go west to east or east to west?
West to east.
All right, I already
Wait,
said.
when you get something wrong, I'm gonna go.
Okay, I already said Hawaii, Alaska, California, Oregon, Washington State.
Oh yeah.
Nevada.
Wait. Okay.
Utah, Idaho.
Go slower. Okay.
Montana.
Go slower.
Wyoming, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska. Wait, hold on. Kansas. North Dakota, South Dakota. What did I say? This is Kansas, Nebraska.
Ooh.
These are flip flop.
Oh wait, you were right. Yeah.
It shouldn't be that difficult to do if
Minnesota,
you know, if you're from there. Like,
Wisconsin,
come on. Like,
Iowa,
how do you not know your states? Like, it's
Missouri.
like this shouldn't be this shouldn't be something to brag about. This should be like, this should be something that everybody should know. If you don't know this, it's a problem. You know, if you can't name all the states, it's a problem. Really and truly, you should be able to name them based on just their shape alone, without even the map of the continent. Just the shape alone itself, you should be able to say, okay, that's that. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult, really. You should know this like the back of your hand. Come on, man. Like, it's like you shouldn't need Google Maps in your area if you drive your car. You shouldn't need to use Google Maps in your hood within a 10-mile, 20-mile radius. You should know roughly where everything is in your area. Like, oh, the thing is, like, come on, man. Like what are we doing here?
Louisiana, Arkansas.
Correct.
What did I say? That's Wisconsin.
Correct.
These are gonna.
Correct.
Illinois, Indiana.
Correct.
Arkansas, Louisiana.
Correct.
These are gonna mess me up. Mississippi, Alabama.
Correct.
Florida, Georgia.
Correct.
Line.
South Carolina, North Carolina.
Correct.
Tennessee, Kentucky.
Correct.
Ohio, Michigan.
Wait, yes. What's this one?
I already said that's Indiana.
Okay, I didn't know that.
West Virginia.
Correct.
Maryland.
Yes.
Delaware.
Yes.
Wait. Delaware.
Yeah,
no.
Casey
Oh,
said yes.
sorry. Delaware, New Jersey.
Correct.
Pennsylvania, New York. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. These are gonna mess me up. New Hampshire, Vermont.
Oh, thumbs up.
New Hampshire, Vermont.
Which one did you say?
No, wait.
Oh.
Vermont, New Hampshire.
Yes.
Maine.
Correct.
Oh my
If
freaking
you had a
heavens.
magic mind, you would have gotten all of those right.
I did get all of them right.
Wait, did you?
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Mandem though.
Say this one?
That's Ohio.
Yeah, you got them all right.
Dude, Marcus, that's so freaking impressive, man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't need the magic. Oh, with Brandon thing. Yeah, magic mind would have gotten them all right.
Let's do more.
I want something. Oh, sorry.
Look at that moon. You see Connor freaking out about the moon?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Look at that moon.
Hey, dude.
Connor. Oh yeah, we should watch that. Look at that moon. Oh, this one.
This content, man. Like, what is this, man?
Like the bleeding sphere, isn't it?
Look at this content. What is
That's
this?
pretty good, dude.
Thanks.
Stand your base.
Pedantic philosophy, like the harder you chase something, the further it'll run from you. But if you like,
He's probably heard that a lot in it, right? With the ladies. He's probably heard that a lot with the ladies. The harder you run, the harder you go after, the further it'll run from you. He's probably heard that a lot from the ladies. The face like that, innit? Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
there's a word for it. It's like having things come to you, but
Yeah, you kind of like, maybe I'm not the perfect guy for this right now.
instead of chasing, you just keep going down your path and things will come to you. I'm visualizing it well. So, Chin, you almost fought Brian.
Oh, you're gonna go there now.
Can we talk about this out here?
Yeah, but do we have enough time?
Yeah, that's why I went to it
hell of a
right now.
segue
At
right
about
there.
10 minutes. It's 10:40. The next one starts at 11. So.
Okay, cool.
So Chin is the producer for Fighter and the Kid. That's Brian Callen and Brendan Shaw.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They got. Let's watch the clip. What I really want to do.
Was it like a spar? Or did you guys? What is it?
No.
It was just a disagreement.
By the way, it's a fun game for all of us to play too as well, because I did a little refresher on this stuff. But yeah, you can go ahead and play whatever.
Why do you need to know where the Arctic and Antarctica, that the North and the South Pole
Why do
are
I?
at? If you're a low information person, you'll be ignorant.
Low information person.
You call me a
is
low
it?
ignorant,
That's a
low information ignorant person.
He doubles down.
That's
but
below the belt.
I will say he didn't know where Antarctica was.
So the whole thing came from like they were asking me, well, can you name all the countries in Europe, right? And I'm like, I named like 2, and I thought Australia.
Jesus Christ. You can only name 2 countries in Australia. Sorry, in Europe. You only can name 2 countries in Europe. And one of them was Australia. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. And he was arguing with Brian Callen when he said you're a low pressure person. Like, he was getting offended about how dumb he is. Like, how can you get offended? You're the one that's dumb. Big up NJ, appreciate you.
So what, Chen? You think you're a high info dude?
Chin is the only thing Chin is high info on is like fucking electrical equipment, camping equipment, fishing lures. That's the only thing. That's the only thing he's high information on. Fucking hell, man.
It was in Europe, and they were like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Why is that so important?" Like, I learned that in grade school, right? It doesn't
That's
matter
not
to
really.
me now.
That's more like just knowing stuff.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
they went even further. They went way.
I like how he still doesn't understand that his lack of intelligence is more so a reflection of his lack of curiosity, his lack of just, you know, smarts in general. Like, not like, because I think the most offensive part was him saying that I don't need to learn it. Like, not knowing many countries in Europe, but then wanting to learn and wanting to understand where some countries are, whatever, and maybe dig a bit deeper is one thing, but saying I don't need to learn that is just fucking wild. And then getting offended when somebody points out that that is also, you know, a bad thing. It might speak to where we are in the current state of the world at the moment, and maybe even politics, that there are people that are refusing to engage with anything and just judging everything based on feelings and vibes and emotions. It's like, bruh, let's dig a bit deeper in it. Let's maybe explore some ideas. Let's maybe ask some questions. Let's maybe pose some questions. Come on, for the fucking sake of it.
Further, and then so he says, "You." There's Brendan right there, by the way.
You were
before show.
We're just talking about.
Oh yeah, big old Joe from MIA. I completely forgot about that. I can't get over that he flew to Australia and thought it was in Europe. He bragged. Remember me and Brendan went to Australia. It was great, right? We met a lot of great people. So you were there. You were there. In another part of the world, you probably flew 20, 30 hours to get there. At no point were you curious to maybe figure out where it is in the world. Maybe when you were there was no point that you were curious about learning. Oh, why did they eat that? Why do they speak like this? Why are these things so like nothing? You retained nothing from your trip there. Zero. Not even one anecdote. Not even one factoid. Zero. You just went there like he was going to a fucking Disneyland and came back again. Like, he's completely dense. Like, I don't mind people being dense and dumb. Like, I quite enjoy people who are like hot and dumb, for instance, because that must be an incredible existence where you just don't care about intellect at all. But this guy is like dumb, but he also argues about it. Like, you want to be dumb, you want to be left alone to be ignorant and be uninformed, but then you get upset when people say you're ignorant and uninformed.
Brian and Chin.
Me and Brian's argument.
Oh, you're ignorant.
Yeah. He said low information, ignorant person. Yeah, dude. There's a clip.
Instigating.
There's a clip I'm going to put for Fight on the Kid tomorrow. That's like, it's so funny the sequence. But anyways, Brian's thing was like more like a.
Well, let's just listen to it.
Call.
Part of the problem. Not
Do you
part
think
of the
I'm a low information, ignorant person?
I do.
That hurt, right?
But you just admitted it.
A bit ignorant.
No,
Hold on, because
How is that hurting? You said Australia's in Europe. You say you don't need to learn, or you don't need to know where continents and countries are. You don't need to learn the difference between a continent and a country. It's no, like, he was proud about saying that. And now he's saying it hurts. It hurts how dumb you are, bro.
I don't know the location or the.
But wait,
hemisphere
Chin, you just said why
Atmosphere.
do I need to
You
know
said
this?
atmosphere.
The reason you need to know this is because it makes you less ignorant.
I don't need to. I don't need it. It's
See, you see what? Look at this stubbornness. How can you be this stubborn, being that dumb? But it reminds me a lot of locals. You think of Wings of Redemption. Wings of Redemption, those type of dudes, they think they're the smartest people on the earth. And I think Wings of Redemption dropped out of school, elementary school, didn't he? I think Wings dropped out of elementary school. I don't think he even graduated high school. Like, Wings is, like, by all definition, like, incredibly redacted. So it's like, hold on, no, you are redacted. Outside of what you do, you don't stand a chance in the outside world. And you're not even curious or, you know, any bit in terms of trying to get your knowledge up and to trying to, you know, better yourself in any way, shape or form, or to inform yourself about the world you live in or the things around you. Like, God damn it, girl. God damn it, Chin. Why are you like this?
It's not benefiting my life.
I got DMs
Make your
about
life more rich.
Of course, if I'm interested in it, I'll fucking learn more. But I don't need it.
Nobody's shaming you. What I don't like is when you say, I don't need
If you're low information, you're low information.
The point is,
So
if you don't,
Brian,
and you say that, that's an ignorant thing to say.
What you're doing is that you're going way too deep into it. To me,
No,
it's
I'm
like,
not.
Okay, but the problem with our...
You're going way too deep by questioning and pushing back on the fact that I don't know anything about continents or countries or where they're located on the earth or like where I am in relation to the things around me. You're going way too deep. That isn't deep. That's surface. That's surface level shit. That's basic elementary high school shit. You're going way too deep. I love how redacted Chin is.
Election, the problem with our country is most people are low information voters.
You're what's wrong with our
We
country.
vote in idiots. That's the problem.
Anyway,
And it affects our lives.
Let me ask you this right now. And Brendan's like chiming in. This is a podcast that's very important to you, right?
You go Trump 2024.
What stuff is around this podcast that has to make this stuff happen? Audio, software, cameras, lenses. Do you know anything about these? No. Then shut the fuck up. This is your thing.
That's a bad clapback. That's not a good clapback. You don't know anything about podcast equipment. Shut the fuck up. Huh? What does that got to do with knowing that Australia isn't in Europe? Also, we got 3 producers on this podcast. Maybe count the other 2 guys. 5 producers of podcasts on this podcast, and none of them could figure out a way to get this clip up on a screen so Nick doesn't have to hold the phone to a microphone and play it from Instagram. Maybe they all are words. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe they are all R words.
Oh, Chin telling Bri to shut the
That's where I fucked up, Dad. I should have
Yeah.
never. There was too, like, emotional and stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then you heard it too.
I'm doing it.
I was like, no, dude, if I'm an employee, like, imagine in a regular environment in an office space.
Brian's not your boss?
Well, okay, so technically he's not my boss, but he's your co.
Oh, that's Brendan there, isn't it? Brian's not your boss. So Chin is technically a partner, right? I guess in Thick Boy. So they're all partners together. That's why he's going down with the ship. Because they're all in it until the end. To be fair, he has no right to tell Brian to shut the fuck up because he just got his feelings hurt because he was made to look like an idiot, which he is. You tell someone to shut the fuck up, you basically lost the argument because you're an idiot.
Tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no one's telling you anything now.
I have been calling everybody low information individuals and all the group
I know,
chats.
you've been constantly on the text messages.
Is there anything worse?
That was like the most hurtful thing. I was like, oh my, ignorant.
To be fair, Brendan and Chin are both low information people anyway. Big up NJ Ranger.
Audio Pro, who has the sound redlining in every damn upload. Damn near zero production value despite throwing money at the prom routinely. Pro show.
And he has a Zoom. He has different types of audio interfaces, amps, preamps, like cables, like millions of things. Like he probably has equipment. I probably think in his apartment, audio and visual equipment, he might have close to 100 grand worth of equipment in his house. When you think about the KRK speakers, you think about the standing desk, the arms, the cables, the boom mic. Like he probably has 100K worth of equipment, close to. No idea how to use it. Oh, big up Joe. I agree, but I think Chin is still a tier below Bappa. Everyone is so taken aback by how dumb Chin is. They're like, nah, he's not even dumber than Brendan. That's how dumb he is. He's so dumb, people are saying, you know what? We all know Brendan's dumb, but even Brendan isn't this dumb. Chin is like in a whole other league. But we all thought he was smart. Remember? We all thought he was smart. Or I did anyway. That's the weirdest thing. We all thought he was quite smart. But the more he talks, the more you realize, wow, you're actually really dumb. Really, really dumb.
Low information person. Oh, no. And by the way, I will be driving my brother's Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
My brother's totally tricked out Toyota Tacoma because this guy is broken down right now. It says something with the hybrid system, check the hybrid system, so I can't move it. So luckily I have a brother that owns multiple cars and he let me borrow this bad boy.
Wow. Chin's brother is balling, isn't it? Chin's brother is balling. That must be a weird dynamic, isn't it? Chin's brother is balling out. His brother is fucking 40, mid-40s, childless, relationshipless. He doesn't even have a dog. That's a wild thing. Chin doesn't even have a dog, a cat, a pet parrot, nothing. Just 3 balconies. Fair play.
All right, we parked, ready to go. Same difference. Snaz's pups are here. She's gonna show us their tricks.
Whenever the crew bring in their dogs, my mood gets exponentially better immediately. Then why don't you buy a dog? Get your own dog then. Get themselves some company. Oh, so Sunaz has got 2 dogs.
Can you give me a high five? That's a nice one. Sit down. Sit by your brother. Can you talk about your day? Can you tell Mark about your day? What? What else happened? Oh, yeah? All that?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Ichabod, can you give your brother love? No. There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
That's so nice.
I'm gonna steal your dog.
That's so nice. Ichabod, can you sit? Sit down. Down. Ninja roll. No, you gotta move. Ninja roll. Ninja roll. There you go.
Wow. Those are good tricks.
That's so cute. My favorite one that Tony does, he does bang. He does like the roll, and then Steph stopped him halfway, where he like
No.
he goes like this.
Video?
I'll see if she can send me a video.
Yeah.
Bang.
Good boy.
Good job, boys.
Good tricks.
Good job.
I love the love one. That's so funny.
Now give your brother love.
All right, Snaz. I want to try the pasta.
Where's that hat? Violent Gentleman Hockey Club. Okay.
Oh, you want to try the
Just
pasta?
one bite, yeah.
Okay, it's cold now.
Sanaz made pasta for us. Who did she make it for? Us or Brendan?
I don't care.
Okay.
So you made this yourself.
I did. It's a dupe of the Carbone spicy vodka. Better warm.
Of course, but let's see.
Yo, back up from the camera, bro. Back up from the camera. My G. Back up, back up. Nobody move. Like, back up from the camera a little bit, Shinsuyi. Jesus Christ, that dome.
There's a kick at the end.
This is damn good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Good job. Someone else wants it now.
I wish you made carbs.
I do. I'm starting to eat more carbs, but it's not good for me. Yeah, you can see me now. So I have a little game prepared for Fighter and the Kid. The guys just all arrived right now, so I'm gonna spring it on them before current events, and let's see how this goes.
And they're bringing out this pasta, and Rogan was decided.
He still hasn't let it go, innit? He still can't let it go.
Now, he also
He
says
still
the
can't
best
let
steak
it
he's
go.
ever had, and he talks about it a lot because he was like, this steak is unbelievable. They don't fuck around with their steak either. But this guy, I was like, can you? Right.
What do you got, Jen? Before we start with current events, you guys want to play a little game?
Yeah. Like games.
Why is Brendan's face like that?
I mean, I guess.
What's the game?
We don't have a ton of time.
Well, you
We got time? What's the
We
game?
should have. Okay, anyway.
Go ahead.
It's just a fun little game about the continents.
Oh, Chin trying to one up you.
No,
yes.
no, not trying to one
Yeah,
up.
you are, dude.
And by the way,
Honestly,
when I said
you're
it
an
stands on its
ignorant
own,
fuck,
remember,
Brian.
I actually corrected myself right after that.
No, no,
I go,
right.
Asia and
Yeah, it's all good.
yeah,
And I learned more
you
about
will.
that too afterwards. But here's the thing: what that happened. Like, remember, I told you guys in our group chat, the engagement was going up. Since I'm the producer of this show, I have to look at analytics all the time.
Yeah.
Great.
And I saw like it was going like crazy, like the engagement, like not normal.
Were
And
people
then-
being mean to you?
Here's the thing: I didn't have to look at I can see the numbers, but I don't have to look at the comments. And
Why don't you just look at the comments, you fucking baby? It's not that deep. Look at the comments. Grow up, man. Pull up your trousers. It's not that. Put your fucking big boy pants on.
already imagining like people are freaking, talking so much smack about me. So then what I did was like, I opened my own Instagram.
Oof.
Right? And I saw like a bunch of comments, but I don't post on my Instagram that much, right?
Yeah.
So why would these comments be there? I'm like, it's because of the episode.
Yeah.
And then, so Brian, I was like, I'm gonna read a couple just to see where it's at. Oh my God, dude.
Bad.
I told you guys it was horrible. The first comment I saw was,
"You ignorant fuck."
Exactly. Holy shit or holy crap, Chin went full retard.
That was me.
And
That was me. That was me.
It was hilarious too at the same time. And then they were saying
the
like,
important thing about all that was for us is just that there's no shame in not knowing something.
Yeah, so,
None.
yeah.
And you know, people are like, well, I'm more educated. That doesn't mean anything. All that means is just more time.
But also, Chin's more educated than other things.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, that was.
And also, it's important.
You're both ignorant fucks.
Intelligence and courage and all these things are compartmentalized, right? Well, I love the saying: some guys will fight 6 dudes in a bar, but they can't quit a job they hate.
Shut up, Brian Callen.
This stuff,
the
continents, and
right.
yeah. So I have this little quiz for all y'all, just to have fun with.
Okay.
Right?
Well, it should be known Chin looked these over before this.
Of course,
me and
that's
Brian
what-
haven't
dude,
looked in quite some time.
Exactly, Brent. I have the
It's-
most refreshed
how many
memory of this
continents
than
are
you
there,
guys.
buddy? How
No,
many
no,
continents?
no, wait,
Don't stop.
Here's what I want to do. I want to start with clockwise.
Oh, great.
You can full game with the cool. Getting ready to give Brendan a haircut before he and Brian head to Austin for Fight Companion with Joe Rogan.
And ceramic.
I have a Oster fast feed, but I replaced one of the metal blades with a cell course. Imagine how much money he spent on it. Honestly, the spending habits of this guy are fucking funny, man. He's all over the place. He's all over the place. He's all over. I'm surprised he doesn't have Supreme razors, actually. Supreme clippers. I'm surprised.
How much was that?
These are cheap.
Mine's 100.
Ooh.
But I modified this baby.
Would you put a fucking...
So I have a ceramic clip and the regular.
Would you put a whipple in it?
No, man.
One over there.
Yeah. So that little fold chair, where you go? You want? So your shortest hairs are on here.
Yeah.
Like right where your neck is at.
Yeah.
These are good to fade. Leave the. How much do you want to leave?
No, don't touch the back. I just want the fade on the sides, and then just if there's hair like here, you can clean that up.
And actually, dude, the fade looks pretty decent right now, dude.
You're talking all that shit.
So for sure, Brendan cuts his own hair, but look at how greasy his hair is, bro. Do you think he shampoos it? Even a little bit? Any conditioner? His hair looks so greasy. Or do you think he puts shit in it and just doesn't wash it out? There's so much grease in his hair. He's got a lot of hair. He's blessed with his hair. He's not gonna go bald anytime soon. But it's so clumped up. Like it's literally, it's nearly like, it's almost looking kind of it's almost like he's got dreadlocks. It's almost like he's got dreadlocks. That's how knotted it is. He doesn't brush it or comb it or anything. Like, get some shampoo in there, brother. Like, come on.
That's why you're doing it now, Doug.
No, you wanted me to do it. That's
I
why
want
I'm
you to
doing
do it because you said you could do it better.
Yeah, but I'm saying how much money is that?
Yeah.
I think taking off here is good.
Well, I don't do it back here. I just do it to like here, and then I'm letting all this grow out.
So you want it literally from the top right here?
Yeah, you can kind of see where he faded it. So just to here, like you can see where he went, man.
No, right. I'm telling you right now.
He went all the way back.
Yeah. So this is shorter. It gets longer on here.
Yeah, because I'm growing this out here.
Okay, so I'm just go very, very small.
Yeah, it's just like here.
What are you growing out? I don't understand what he's even doing. He wants to do a mullet, right? Or like a mohawk haircut, I'm assuming. So I don't think you can see it. Sorry, you can't see it on here because the chat is blocking it, right? Let me move the chat a little bit here so you can see it. I don't get what he's talking about. It's such a weird way of doing a haircut. Let me show you what he's saying. Rewind for you a little bit. Isn't it just like a mullet? What's he talking about? It's just a mullet, no? Or my reacted one. Look. Let's go back a little bit. So he just wants to get the sides cut, but then leave the back long. So all you need to do is just go literally behind his ear a little bit. That's it, right? Just fade the sides and behind his ear. So there's a section like that. So it goes like that and then like that, right? Isn't it that? Why is it so difficult to describe that? This would be the nightmare person to have as a barber, as a client. Can't explain what he wants. Like, what?
No, you wanted me to do it. That's
I
what
want
I'm
you to do
doing.
it because you said you could do it better.
Yeah, but I'm seeing how much money is that.
Yeah.
I think take it off here is good.
Well, I don't do it back here. I just do it to like here, and then I'm letting all this grow out.
Maybe there's no sheet over him or anything. There's nothing. We're just gonna get his hair cut and have all the hairs drop on your shoulder. Yeah, cool and bless. All of your ears and shit. Nothing. Okay, cool. No worries.
Do you want it literally from the top right here?
Yeah, you can kind of see where you faded it. So just to here, like you can see where.
Big up Burp Reynolds. Papa can't show a picture because 0 men have it. Only boys. He can only show like TikTok kids, you know. He doesn't want to show TikTok. He doesn't want anyone to know that he's getting his haircut inspo from 17-year-olds. That's fucking hilarious.
He went, man.
Oh.
No, right. I'm telling you right now.
He went all the way back.
Yeah. So this is shorter. It gets longer.
Yeah, because I'm growing this out here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go very, very small.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point below these streets. He pisses in the sink. I doubt he cares about little hairs. That's a very good point. The man that puts his nuts on the fucking sink and pisses in the communal sink, which is in the kitchen, is not the same guy that's going to be caring about, you know, little bits of hair on his shoulder or hair ending up, you know, underneath his neckline or anything. Yeah, good point, good point. Touche.
Yeah.
It's already faded pretty nicely, dude.
She was like, "You only shake if I don't drink. Don't be weird."
You shake it.
What was your beverage of choice today, Jim? Beer?
Buffalo.
I only shake when I don't drink. So he's having alcohol withdrawal.
Long.
You have a lot of hair, B.
Yeah.
You have a lot of hair, B. She seems overly familiar, isn't it? Maybe BGL was right. Maybe they are fucking. Yo, big up Adam Carolla.
Adam
So big
Carolla
up
always
Casey, Adam
says he
Carolla.
rarely uses shampoo or soap. He also pees in his sink. He says it on his podcast. I think Papa has adopted these things from Adam.
What's Adam Carolla's thing about not shampooing? Is that like what people say about not showering? You don't actually technically need to shower. What's the stance about not? Explain, please. What's his rationale about not shampooing? Why? Doesn't Adam Carolla have like slick hair as well? So how is he slicking his hair with gel? But he's not ever washing it out. Men who use gel or pomade or anything of that sort on their hair, but then feel no need to wash it out, really worry me. I get if you're the type of guy, low maintenance, who doesn't use anything in the hair. You just brush it. You don't use anything, no products. But if you use gel or anything in your hair, surely you'd want to just wash it out after it was done, because it gets crusty. That's how you get dandruff and flakes, and it itches a lot. Like, why wouldn't you want to wash it out? Like, don't you feel like washing it when you're in the shower? You're just in the shower, you just want to pass some water through it, get some soap, and boom, 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 it's done. It doesn't even require you having to do like a deep cleanse. So you can put some more on later, or you just put, or are people doing what we used to do in school? Remember back in school when you were in high school, you had those kids who would like be putting gel on top of gel. Is that what adults are doing? Adults are putting gel on gel. Big up Austin Casey. Too many chemicals. That's such a weird stance, man. Like, you don't want to like. Anyway, look. What? Okay. People are so disgusting, innit? Like, people are so unnecessarily disgusting. It makes no sense, man. Oh, by the way, I think Shanaz is definitely fucking Brendan, or has fucked Brendan. She's too familiar. She talks to him in too much of a familiar, cutesy tone for a colleague. They definitely swap some saliva.
Oh, your homies here in high school?
Junior high and high school.
Junior high, goddamn. Just you put their trust in junior high.
That's when fades were like.
I ain't letting no 6th grader cut my hair, bro.
And I would use my finger instead of the clip.
In my butt.
How dare you?
There's already a fade there that's like the least needing haircut of all time.
No, it actually looked good already. I don't know why you want me to do this.
I like a fresh cut, man.
Because once the fade starts to grow out, it starts to look way better.
Yeah.
We got to that point, but you want a fresh cut, so it is what it is.
Yeah, that hair needs a shampoo. I could even. I'm not even a master of hair and shit, but that hair is crying out for some water. It's crying out for some shampoo. It's crying out for a conditioner. Like you can even buy, even if you're super lazy, just buy a bottle that's got 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. It really isn't that difficult. Like at least once a week, at least twice every 2 weeks. Like that hair needs something. It needs something, man.
Your hairs go like different directions.
Like why have all that hair? Why have all that long hair, but then not just like quickly pass it through some water? Like it really isn't that difficult. It actually give it a new like lease of life. You know, it's almost like you're wasting the hair.
Yeah, I got a bunch of cowlicks and my hair's all crazy.
As far as a fade, it's looking good. See, his hair goes this way?
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to do. But your hair is gonna go that way anyway, so I'm trying to like.
Do you brush
go
it back
with
there or down?
You normally want to brush it down, but if his hair goes this way anyways.
Yeah.
Like a mongoloid, isn't it? His hair grows like a mongoloid. It grows like that. He doesn't want to say it. His hair grows like a mongoloid. It just grows back. Like what? How does his hair grow that way? Of course, Papa's got a weird way his hair grows.
Want it to look the way he wants. I wish you would have brought your own comb because this is my comb.
This is my comb.
It's a personal opinion.
I'm a big heart.
Brendan doesn't have a comb. He doesn't believe in having combs. Yeah, they definitely fuck, man. They definitely fuck. Look how he's looking at her. They've definitely fucked before. Look how he's looking at her. Yeah, he's there early as well. They get there early before studio, jump into the car, go around the corner. They definitely fucked, 100%.
Hard part fan right now on dudes.
Yeah.
Love the hard part.
Yeah, big up Austin Casey. Good point. I wouldn't be surprised if Papa and Slojo don't even sleep in the same bed. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you got a point, my friend. Unfortunately, I think you have a point.
It's a hard part.
That like
old school.
Turn your head like this. This is.
Actually, let me move the chat again so you can see it. Look at his face. Why is he like this? What is wrong with it? Look at his face. Look at his face.
Even your hair grows fast.
Yeah.
You know if it hurts though.
The last barber cut my fucking head.
I believe everybody else what they said, by the way. I don't believe there's a barber. I think he cut his own hair, but because last time he got it badly wrong, he didn't want to admit he did it himself, so he lied and said he's got a new barber. I think he's always cut his own hair, personally. I think so.
And this is like the largest clip, so it's good. See, like this? It's so short, right? So whoever cut his hair faded him from this point on.
Well, can you take off the blade and just kind of clean it?
Yeah, but I mean, right now, I think this is because it's gonna blend better if I use a clip.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. Chin's doing it pretty well on somebody else. He looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He's a very unconventional way of holding the clipper. He holds it in a very weird way. Even though look at the way he's holding it. He's holding it in a very strange way. The way he puts his hand on Brendan's head is really strange. But the actual effects of it looks pretty good. He's actually doing fairly decent. It's not hard because it's like a small area, but it does look pretty good.
You're gonna wear a hat, huh, B?
Yeah.
See, when he wears the hat, this area should just be really clean.
I'd say the same, but he wants to keep this.
You want to keep some fuzz there?
I mean, you guys.
I would clean it.
Look at me straight. Your hair studio.
That side profile is trouble, innit? That side profile is giving Neanderthal, innit? Unfortunately, It is what we're not, you know, it is what it is. Years of fighting, I guess, but Jesus Christ, that side profile.
Let me do a little more work.
How long does it take? An hour? Oh, he's even lining it up. Okay, fair
looks
play.
good.
He's even lining it
It's
up.
even too.
Fair play.
Good.
Crushed it.
He's even lining it up.
Great job, Chin.
Great job with filming.
Will he give him some money? Will he give Chin some money for it or no? Even like a gesture. Even like a gesture. No money, no nothing, right? No, not even like $20 here, man. Thanks for that. Get yourself a fucking... Get yourself from 7-Eleven. Zero. Just sits there.
It's not my name.
It's not my name, man.
What? Her name's not Sanaz.
And
Great job with filming.
it's not my name.
What's her name then? Isn't it Sanaz? What is it?
You're hired, Chin.
I'm not doing it anymore.
What?
That's it.
No, you can't just give me one taste. You're my barber now, dude.
No.
Come on.
Bring the kids in next time.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
If I really enjoy doing it, 100%.
That was short though. Think you could just do this, save us money.
$200 each cut. God, damn.
He doesn't even give money. He didn't give
I want
money.
y'all to take a look at that right there. It's 8:42 p.m. Just finished publishing.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Young Old Vibes. Big up, big up, big up. Let another woman tell my man how to cut his hair. I'll air the blocker. Exactly. Touching it. Oh yeah, get the little bits done. That looks really good actually. He looks really good when he cuts off. It's like, what do you mean he looks really what? Like, huh? Yeah, they're way too familiar, man. They're way too familiar. They're definitely fuck.
Not publishing. I just finished
God,
scheduling to publish for Fighter and the Kid on the audio side. See that as well. Can you see that? I am still.
Yo, big up Keith T. Wagwan G.
Imagine being so afraid to talk to regular people that you allow Chin to cut your hair.
That's a good point. That's a fucking good point. I never thought about that. That's a good point. We know how Brendan is with these fans. We know how awkward he is in fan interactions. This might just be an excuse just to avoid people. Fuck all that shit. Fuck especially speaking to brown or black people. Does not like that because I'd imagine in LA, the places where he wants to go cut his hair, unless he's going to like an Eastern European spot, the best spots are going to be people who are Hispanic, Latino, or black, right? Or like African or Caribbean, whatever. He does not want to speak to those people at all. No, not comfortable. So he'd rather Chin do it. Interesting. Big up Keith T.
Waiting on the YouTube version. It says ads pending, which is always scary. I don't know what that's going to be. Son of a mother. Let me refresh this and see what happens. Ads pending. Our odds reach. Okay, so it's still running, so that's fine. Yeah. So there's that. I'm going to start packing up to go home. And this is a Wednesday. So much stuff happened today. Got to see the little puppies, which is my favorite part of the day. I cut Brendan's hair, which is a little awkward, but whatever. And had a fun game with the crew because it was like serious in the last episode when we talked about it.
It's probably the first time he's actually spent a lot of time with Brendan, isn't it? Weirdly enough, over the years. Probably the only time he's actually spent a considerable amount of time sitting across from him, like talking in like a normal way without the cameras and shit. Or obviously he was vlogging, but still.
Geography and continents and all that stuff. So it was fun to do this one today. All right, I'm going to go home now. Let's see if I talk to you guys again after this.
Of course you are. You got no friends. You need us. You need us, bro. You need different day. You need us.
Sons and mothers. I'm going to turn this off.
There's going to be food here.
Let's go to
no food.
The Comedy Store to see Eric Griffin. And I'm meeting up with Nick, his girl, Aisha, and their friend as well. So, see you guys there.
Eric with no friend. I saw he have secured it. We can't film there, so it's wiping after. No girls. Right, is that? Oh, so they brought a friend for Chin. Chin still not be able to get. Nick brought a friend. That Nick's girl. Nick and his girl brought a friend, and of course Chin brought his camera. They brought a friend. Let's see what Chin does with a friend. Let's see what Chin does with the friend. What's the bar here? At the legendary Rainbow Room in LA. Let's. I went there. Let's see what Chin does to the friend.
We're at the Rainbow Room. Legendary.
Yeah. I went there.
Chin's gonna catch it.
Stop texting.
He's checking bets.
Okay.
Chin's afraid to go after. He doesn't want to go behind the girl. He's waiting for his boy. Chin's afraid to hang out with the ladies. Chin's afraid to hang out with the ladies. He needs his support animal. His support brother. His support friend. Nick, please come. There's girls here. Nick. Chin's afraid to follow the girls and go up there. Just hang out with the girls, man. One of them's your friend's girlfriend anyway. Just hang out. Be cool, man. Nick, help.
Roger.
You can hardly see shit because it's dark as fuck, but Chin's putting the whole thing. Chin should be like, oh my god, have you been here before? Chin should be all up on that girl's face. Hey, have you been here before? It's pretty sick, isn't it? Whoa, man. All these different rooms. Oh, actually, the last time I came here, I think I saw the Foo Fighters. You should just be lying, bro. Lying and having some fun. Oh my god, wow, man. Honestly, this is fucking sick. I could fucking do an 8-ball in here. Like, you know? Like, just having a bit of a laugh, man. Like, fucking hell. Chin just recording the whole thing. Silently. Without talking to anybody. So the girl feels like the third wheel, even though Chin is meant to be there to make her not feel like the third wheel. So basically, I would imagine that girl's probably Nick's girlfriend's friend. She wants to come out, but she hates going out with them because it's usually her friend with Nick. She doesn't want to be the third wheel. So they're like, hey, no, come out. We'll bring our friend Chin. So Chin should be making the event fun for her because, you know, they can keep each other company while the couple do the couple thing. But Chin is also documenting. So he's not actually engaged or involved in the date either. So she's back to feeling like she's the third wheel. Great job, Chin.
Don't get us killed. Nick, you almost got us killed by the biker
Just making
gangs.
friends.
She's looking back. Chin doesn't say nothing. He's just looking at his friend. She's looking back. Maybe a little high. Oh my god, how do you like it? Something. Chin doesn't do anything. No words.
Just making friends.
A little bit of Riz there, Chin. Maybe a little bit of Riz. No Riz. Nothing to say. Great night, right? Oh my god, did you? How was that drink? Oh my god, you were so fucked up. Something. Say something. Chin just like with the camera in his hand.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Another legendary whiskey go-go. Oh, this sounds terrible.
Amazing! Yeah! Thank you so much.
I like it. But
Are we talking about t-shirts right now?
we are.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Jesus Christ, man. She wants like some conversation, something. She's still got a jacket on. She's still got a jacket on, bro. If ever there's a sign of somebody who doesn't want to be there and is kind of feeling a bit bored, but she's looking for an excuse to stay out, looking at you like, hey, can you give me some chat? Maybe just let's have some jokes. Chin just sitting. Oh my god, bro.
Bro, your brain is normal. Chin's brain is regarded and autistic. You expect too much from him, Lowell.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I'm too naive. I give Aggie the benefit of the doubt, man. Aggie the benefit of the doubt Zinger. That's what you should call me, man. Aggie the benefit of doubt Zinger. Aggie, think of the best. Think, think the best, Oh my God, man. Oh, this is so painful, bro. I can just see what already is like. It's just have some. It doesn't even need to do anything. No one's saying he has to go and swap spit with this woman and have his hands all over her. Just have a chat, man. Hang out. Hang out.
Excuse me, sir, but are you vlogging update?
But exactly. Exactly. Hang out. You're in LA, in some dive bars, cocktail bars. Like, can we not just hang out? Like, oh, what do you do? Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, Nick told me about that, actually. Me and Nick were talking about you, actually. She's like, oh, shit, you're talking about... I don't know. Yeah, we mentioned that thing about you, what happened at work with that colleague. Oh, yeah, You see that thing in the news? Something, bro. Just have fun with your... Anyway, as Austin Casey said, I'm expecting too much. Let's just enjoy the shit show. I'm expecting too much. Let's just enjoy the shit show. Because she's still got a jacket on, for goodness sake. She wants to get out of here. But she also wants to hang. Because she's bored at home, probably. And Chin can't hang.
Specific t-shirt.
Nice t-shirts have come a long way.
Look at the distance. Look at the distance. Look at the distance between them. Look at the gap between them. Can you motherfucker see this on the fucking screen? Look at the gap between them. Look at the gap. Look at that. Fucking hell, bro. Nothing's going on. Nothing's happening. While Nick and his woman are sitting side by side, arm around each other, Chin and this girl are sitting next to each other like they don't know each other. Not even a little bit. Chin's camera is closer to her. Chin's camera is closer to her than Chin is to her.
A long way.
They really have. They really have. What?
You have a great t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Nice t-shirt is that? It's a good shirt.
You have a great t-shirt. Thank you. Oh, say something back. I like your hair. You have a great t-shirt. Thank you. One more time.
They really have.
What?
You have a great t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Nice t-shirt is that? It's a good shirt.
They're both giving him something, and he's like, he wants to talk to Nick more. Nick's girlfriend's even trying to get involved, and he's just looking at Nick. He's like, Nick, I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to this girl. That's so annoying. Nick, I love you. Nick, I love you. Oh.
And it's a good color.
Huh?
It's a good color.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I guess the best t-shirts.
Thank you.
These are cheap. Yeah. Now they're like actually good quality.
All that's compliments. Thank you. He points the screen towards the room. All those compliments. He points the camera towards the room. Thank you. Okay. Moving on. Moving on.
It's like one day from now they can like really fit you. I'm gonna break your arm and then all of a sudden we're not having fun.
Now they're arm wrestling. What would happen if you're a normal, well-adjusted boy? If you haven't had the touch of a woman in 10 years since Jobbo, if you see your boy and his missus, your boy and his lovely wife having a playful game of arm wrestling, what would a normal boy do in this situation? What would a normal man that also happens to have somebody here next to, what would they do? Yes, you guessed it. Engage in some playful arm wrestling with the person next to you. How hard is it? How hard is it? Gives you an excuse to touch hands, an excuse to be a bit competitive, be a bit flirty. Like, fucking hell, Chin. Chin's gonna sit there and watch them. Not even say, hey, let's wrestle. I bet you can't, I bet I can beat your ass. Nah, nothing. He just sits there with the fucking camera.
And then all of a sudden we're not having fun.
All right, let's see.
Exactly. Big up Garcia Balls. I'm grabbing them dead dads instead of arm wrestling. Exactly, but you open it up with like, hey, arm wrestle. Then a couple minutes later, you might be in a fucking toilet cubicle getting some sloppy toppy. You never know. Shoot or shoot.
This is just for fun, okay? This is just for fun. Arm wrestling.
Exactly. Even young old vibes is co-signing it. You can only play wrestle to touch a little boob. Exactly, just a little bit. Have some fun. Just a little bit, man. A little elbow touch, man. A little fucking cheek touch. Like just a little something to get your evening going. Make yourself feel good on the way home and that. Like, come on, man. God damn. Look at Chin. Chin isn't even looking at that girl. Look at the frame. He's staring at them. He's not even paying attention to the friend. Zero. She doesn't even exist. She might as well not be there. Chin's happy to be the third wheel.
Bartended in Canada before. I just feel like you've seen arm wrestling matches. How did you know about the hand thing?
I've done arm Wait, so I'll count down.
Okay.
1, on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3.
So he can touch their hands. He can touch their hands, but he can't touch that girl's hands, huh? He can put his hands on them, but he can't do that to the girl next to. Hey, let's arm wrestle. Okay, cool. You can't start until I say 1. Okay? Okay. Like, you can't even do that. You have to just only. And look, and no coincidence, he's touching Nick too, by the way. He's gripping the whole of Nick's hand more. Nick, I love you. 3. Yeah, exactly. Big up Jack Donnie Jr. See? He wants to touch Nick, but not the lady. Exactly. He's touching Nick more. Not even the wife. Not like, no, he's touching Nick. I love Nick.
Try.
That's not fair.
Yeah, try.
Okay.
Or if you want to, you could be going, hey, do you want to go get a drink? You know? That's going to be a good opportunity. Either you play wrestle, you play arm wrestle here, so you have a competition and you do a little thing. Okay, winner goes, whoever wins faces the next person and you swap seats and stuff and you fuck around. That'll be quite fun. Or use opportunity while the couple is doing their little play fight gaming 13 thing. You say to your person next to you, hey, do you want a drink? Do you want to come with me to get a drink? And then you go to the bar and you have a little conversation there. Like, you kind of, I don't know, you move them from, like, do something, bro. Do something.
I'm stronger than you thought.
I mean, you could have fought more.
I know she could. Like at no point.
I'm stronger
She
than
is.
you thought.
I think you're strong.
I don't think I know.
I know.
Tits out. She got her tits out, dress out, heels, makeup done, nails done, jacket still on. Not relaxed, really all relaxed. Chin's just like not paying attention, innit? Not paying attention. Oh, so move the chat. Sorry. You can't see. Sorry. Look at that. The titties are out. Look at them. They're out. They're out. And Chin just not paying attention, bro. He's not in the game. Chin is not in the game. Look, he's not in the game. She just took out a vape. Most likely he's gonna go vape outside. Probably get bored. Talk to a friend. I want to go. This guy's boring. 0 riz. I'm going home. Yeah.
Please be kind. I have autism.
Please be kind. I have autism. Oh, that was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant. Honestly, man, that was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant. What, move the chat back? Okay, cool. I'll move the chat back. Oh, you guys are legends, man. Yo, big up Assad.
Chin said you button or jacket lady.
Yeah, I can imagine him saying that. Exactly. Aren't you exactly? It's a bit much, no? Like, it's a bit much, like, you know, doing that. Exactly. I can imagine Chin doing that. It's a bit much, isn't it? Like, do you want to cover up a little bit? I could imagine Chin doing that for real. Big up Assad Aziz.
She's been moving bricks.
Oh my gosh. Alright. We're not leaving. Let's get go-go. We shall go home now. Oh my god.
We're gonna whiskey and we did it, Kayla.
Okay, we've been walking for what feels like half an hour, but
I'm
not
getting
that
my
long.
10,000 steps in, baby.
It feels like half an hour, but it's been what?
Chin hasn't dropped that camera the one time. Chin has had that camera on in every venue they've been to. I think they've been to like 4 different spots, right? Or maybe 3. But he's had his phone in his hand the entire time, recording. Not once has he just chilled. Not once. Not once. Not just have exactly. He's not even just had a little bit of a chit chat. 0. And I'm all but certain. Because I think Nick's like Chin's friend. I think Nick and Chin are actual friends. And I think, again, I'm assuming here, but I have a feeling they only brought that girl out for Chin. I have a feeling they've been good friends. They know their friend is single and she's cute and she's fun and she's a good guy. They think Chin's a good guy and they brought her out specifically for Chin. I don't think that girl was coming out if Chin wasn't coming out. That's why she looks that way. That's why she's dressed up that way. She was expecting, like, you know, a little bit of fun, a little bit of a cute date, bit of flirting, bit of hanging out, bit of conversation. And nothing happened because Chin's busy on his phone.
TBF, there's no point in Chin pulling. Man's so drunk he can't get a chub on.
Yeah, exactly.
Was pain to life.
Exactly. Oh, and there's no greater pain. There's no greater pain in a man's life than pulling and then being unable to get going because you drank too much or did too many drugs. There is no greater pain. There's no better way to sober yourself up when you're just like, oh shit, we're not working today, no? Oh yeah, that's why. Just did an 8 ball in 5 hours. That's probably why. Big up Assad disease.
Great girl, never met her again.
Exactly. For sure. Never met her again.
10 minutes? 15 minutes? There's Kayla. There's Aishers.
Look at how she smiles every time she gets on camera. Like, quite genuine. She might actually like this guy, you know? That's the wild thing about it. She might actually like, yeah, I'd go out with him again. Like, if he asked. Like, if she invited her out on a date, she might actually say yes. She actually lights up whenever she sees the camera. She doesn't kind of go cringe. She doesn't really go pull faces. She actually weirdly gives me the vibe that she likes him. Even though he hasn't, maybe it's working. Maybe him ignoring her is making her like him more. I don't know. But she seems like she actually doesn't mind him. But Chin, again, not reading the signs. No idea.
Ashers?
You still said it wrong.
I know.
Wasn't that the whole?
I think, you know what? I'm agreeing also. I just don't think he enjoys talking to people. I think he, like, even this little moment here, like, he actually enjoys just like disappearing behind the camera. Like, he doesn't want to look. Like, what is this little moment here? Nick stops to talk to his girl and the other girl, and look at Chin. He's loving just like, I'm away. They can't talk to me.
Okay, so
they can't hurt me. Look at he's loving it. He doesn't want to talk to humans. Look. They can't talk to me.
Okay, so end of the night. Good to see y'all's.
Look at that smile. Chin, little hug. So good to meet you, honestly. We should do this again sometime. Are you gonna be out again? Let me take your number. Like, nah. Are you on Instagram? 0. Playfully. What's your name again? Aisha? That's Kyla. Like, come on, bro. He's filming the goodbye, for fuck's sake. So exactly, Tommy. He's filming the goodbye. It's not even like, it's one thing when you will have friends who are annoying recording, but they record little bits like here. Chin records the whole entire night. The whole entire night activity he's recording. The whole entire thing. What a psycho. What a psycho. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hug skis.
Oh, everyone. Just do individual, bro. You should be going individually and putting your camera down. So good to meet you. Chin is a fucking L. Walking L.
So I was gonna finish the vlog with the comedy store part, but since I'm going to Nick's place right now to watch UFC 308, we'll finish it there. All right, see you there. And once again, taking this beast.
So the week that he has his brother's car, he doesn't try and fucking pull. The week he has his brother's badass pickup truck, he doesn't try and make the most out of it.
Chin is basically Rashford, but in real life.
yeah, exactly. Fantastic. Exactly. Never scoring. Never fucking scoring, bro. Oh my god. Love it. Big up below the streets. Big up. The free camera angles is so redacted, and not having it in focus as well. Pulling up to the car, opening it, putting the camera down but not focusing it, so it's blurry, and the camera lens isn't clean. Yeah, big up Austin Casey.
Chin is daydreaming about his next solo camping trip.
Exactly. That, and also the comment above. Big up Jack Dooney Jr. Finally, what he really wants, intimacy with Nick. Exactly. Those two comments back to back. Finally, intimacy with Nick, and Chin is daydreaming about his next solo camping trip. He has no interest in that blondie. Zero. He just can't wait to get back to his studio, to his apartment, to his free balconies, and to be in his own fort. Like, fuck all that shit. Fuck her. Oh.
Era, but either way will be defining, both potentially career defining and era.
One of my favorite podcasts, Morning Combat. Right, they take the piss out of Brendan quite often on here. I wonder if he clocks it. There's always some chauvinisms there. He loves Morning Combat. Okay.
Defining.
Can you see me now? Just got to Nick's place, and there were 4 accidents on the freeway on the 101.
Oh, he's going to Nick's house.
But finally here. Let's go inside.
He's going to Nick's house. Big up QT. He's going to Nick's house as well.
Wait till Chin explains that the G-spot is in Europe.
Hey. The G-spot is in Europe. Oh, fucking hell. He's absolutely going to Nick's house. I fucking love it. Big up Tony FM. Chin is so bad at everything, but his one redeeming quality, in my opinion, is he's a star of the random show. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I don't enjoy doing these streams with Chin or doing these watch-along streams of Chin, it is quite interesting still because he's such a freak. As Austin Casey said before, like he's so not normal, you know? He's so not normal that it is quite entertaining. Let's be honest. It's far more entertaining than watching Brennan and Brian, you know? Like he's bizarre. He's so bizarre. But I also think it's a very good cautionary tale, you know?
Chin's next purchase, headband mount for his GoPro, smiley face.
We know why he wants to use that, innit? We know why he wants to use that headband GoPro. We know why. We know why he wants to use it. We all know why. Oh, big up the street chat, big up to Casey, big up Keepsy. Oh, fucking hell.
I think.
What's up, boys?
What up?
Of course, that's what he wants to be with the lads. That's what he really wants to be. Look at that room. Look at that room. Look at that room. Look at that room. Big up Wingus McDingus. Look at that
Chin
room.
must have so much knob cheese. He never washes his wang. It must smell like gone of camembert.
Also, not to be that guy, but like, I don't even want to think about that because I look at his hair. Chin's hair is the same texture as Brendan's, which is proof that he doesn't shampoo or whatever. But big up Wings McDingus. But look at that room. That's his boy's house, right? He let himself in. I'm assuming, or he opened the door. It was already open. He's recording straight away. I know he's editing it, but what if I was racking up a line? What if I was blowing the back out of some fucking small person, right? Like in the room, and you just walked in recording. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like, warn a guy, man. Warn a guy.
What up? What up? You knew the code. Nice.
Nice work.
So, homie, good to see you.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
More contact and more friendly with the random dude in the crib, with Nick's friend, than with the girl at the bar. More personable, more kind, more open. Maybe Chin just likes the fellas.
Do you know this was the thing?
What? I saw the thing. I was like, what the fuck? You went so hard. Oh! I don't look. First knockdown ever. Oh, God.
That's it. Second round? Alright, this motherfucker is real.
You're including this clip into your vlog. Why?
User 710 is actually never allowed here again. Goodbye.
What?
Man. That's insane.
Alright, well, we just finished up. It was fun skis. Unfortunately, Max Hollow.
That's such a good setup, actually, TV-wise. His place looks like shit, but that's actually a really good setup. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually a really good setup. His place absolutely looks like pure and utter shit, but where the TV is and the monitors and shit, it's actually a good setup. I'm not gonna lie.
They lost. He was the one that wanted.
Yes, Keith T. And what? Yes, I said that. Can a nigga have his preferences? Aren't we living in a free society, in a free world? Aren't we all sexually liberated? Aren't we in an era where kink shaming is disavowed and not encouraged? Aren't I meant to be my true and actual self? What is the problem with that? Huh? If they're of age and consenting. What's the issue? Huh?
To win the most out of this entire fight card. Him and Robert Whitaker, but Max mostly. But oh well, that's how it goes. And I'll probably show you Nick one more time before and as I speak, there he is. His Excellency. Excellency.
This is one of the shittest parties ever, man. What kind of party is this? What kind of party is this? What type of party is this?
What's happening? We should have set up the stream.
Nick is fucked, isn't it? Nick is fucked, isn't it?
Nick, you're gone, dude. You eat some food.
Yeah, stop recording him then, bro. He's at home. Leave him alone. He's allowed to get fucked up at home if he wants. Put the camera down. Fucking hell. Chin's the worst fucking hangout guy in the world, man. Like, put the camera down. Like, shit, order a joint. Give him a Xanax or something. I don't know. Give him some water. Or get some beers out for yourself. Chin's out here recording the whole thing. Honestly. I invited you to my home to watch some UFC and get fucked up, and here you are recording. It must be kind of lame to get fucked up in LA though, innit? Because look how light it is outside. It's so bright. That's the only thing that's annoying about going out. I guess that's why when you live at home, you have to close the blinds like a crackhead. But it must be kind of annoying to get fucked up at home watching UFC because it's so light outside. And it's so sunny and hot, you know, and you're indoors. Like, oh.
So far.
Okay.
I feel like.
So when you went in for the kiss, she did like this, or what happened?
She's like said something funny, and I gave her a high five.
Oh, I think we found
Yeah.
the main ingredient here.
Let's try it. I promise it was not. It was not the high five that did it.
Get a little closer. Put your hand on her arm or whatever. Just kind of stroke the arm.
This is all making me very uncomfortable.
I'm taking notes.
This is why it's so nice to have a girlfriend. I just point to the ground like Max Holloway.
Savage.
That's an inside joke between us. She does that to me.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, we don't need to know that, Nick. Too much info here. Hearing Chin giving advice on how to move to girls is hilarious, and also hearing Nick talk to us about his like kinks of his girlfriend in the bedroom. We don't want to know that.
Pictured you like naked, you come out of the room, you're like, right now.
And then you last 6 seconds.
That's some white boy humor, isn't it? I'm picturing you naked. Why didn't you say that in the beginning? Why didn't you just say I'm picturing you? Why didn't you say I'm picturing you naked right out of the bathroom? You know how your body drips the way it does with the hair and how it falls on your body, and her with her arms and her cute face. Like what? Yo.
Immediately, boom, done. Finish.
Bang.
Boom, done. Finish.
Editing. Oh yeah. There we go. Chin's random vlog. We done it. We killed it out of the way, people. We finally did it. We did Chin's random vlog. Big up Chin. That was very enjoyable. I'm actually thankful that we're doing some of these reactions because I don't mind them now. So big up the person who suggested doing these Chin reaction vlogs. They're horrendous. They're horrible. They drive me crazy. I rant, I rave, I scream. But in the end, I'm thoroughly entertained because this guy is such a freak. He's so unlike anybody I've known, anybody I know. He's so unlike myself. It's mind-boggling that this person is a real person. It's honestly mind-boggling. And it's even more mind-boggling because there was a point where I thought he was actually intelligent. I thought he was actually pretty decent, smart, you know, well, just a kind of guy. But the more you start to watch his vlogs and content, you know, some of which doesn't need to exist, the more you realize, oh, it's not surprising he works with Chin. No, it's not surprising he's like one of the longest lasting TFATK employees, you know? It's no surprise. It's not surprising, really. You know, you have to judge people a lot based on their company they keep, and you know, he seemed to be in the good graces of Brendan and Brian for a long time. Many people have come and go, but he's still there. So we know now. We know why. Now we know why. Just as redacted as the rest of them. Just as redacted as the rest of them. All right, moving on. Let's do a little bit of. I wouldn't mind doing a tiny little bit of TFATK before I got a bounce, and I'll come back again later tonight. I'll come back again later tonight to do Taz, and then again later tonight to do another episode of Random Show. So we're gonna pack in a lot of stuff today, right? A lot of stuff to be packed in today. So let's do a little latest episode of Fighting the Kid. The latest one that dropped was, what episode was it? Episode number 1037, right? Some kid. What's the name? Forrest Galanti. Whoever Forrest Galanti is. Is it Forrest? What's his, how you say his name? Is it Forrest Forrest Galanti? I don't know. Let's see what these guys are saying, and then we'll go on to some others, or I'll pause and then we'll come back for some other stuff, okay? So let me get the volume a little bit low because TFATK is usually going to blow out my speakers. Let's get the thing off on here. And let's play. Let's actually get this going. Let's see if it plays. I want to see if
yes, we did, cause we back at it again. It's the fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid.
Forrest Galante! Woo! The Beastmaster. The animal expert.
the Beastmaster.
The fucking guy who knows everything. He's already like kind of gotten me excited. I love talking animals. Everybody laughs at me.
And you came in with some animals, but it's a hassle to bring animals, I assume.
I mean, it's not so bad when you live in Santa Barbara. I'm an hour away.
Yeah, you're not bad.
It was pretty easy.
He just went into his kid's room and he was like, take this, take this.
Swear to
take
God,
that.
those two are from my kid's bedroom. Swear to God.
Do we get to handle these animals?
Yeah, of course. I can say when. I'll bring them out.
I have questions.
Let's shoot.
Before we go into that, I got so many questions.
Yeah.
Now I listen to you on Rogan. You're the kind of guy that answers all the questions I like. You're just as into this, the danger of things. Venomous snakes. We were talking about. Unfortunately, a friend of yours passed away.
Literally yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Green Mamba.
Yeah.
What happened?
Guy by the name of Dingo Dinkelman. He's a fantastic guy. Has beautiful wife and 2 kids, and he was handling a mamba, and it got him, and he had an allergic reaction. I mean, now mamba is already incredibly potent venom to begin with. But he had an allergic reaction to the venom on top of that. Put him in a coma for a month. And
Jesus
he
Christ.
passed away.
If a green mamba.
Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ. What a way to go out. What the fuck? Great way to start a fucking pod. Oh yeah, these snakes I just brought in, it killed one of my best friends. He was in a coma for a month. And then he died in agony in his sleep over another month. Like, goddamn, bro.
Hold on real quick, but why was he handling the mamba? What was he doing? What's the condition?
It's a good question.
How can you just skim past that?
Well, it's his thing. It's handling
but
with his bare hands.
But I'm sure he's done it before.
Look, I don't endorse this kind of thing because I don't agree with it. That being said, Dingo was the utmost professional. He was better with snakes than anybody I've ever seen. But when you free handle these things, you're always signing a liability waiver with God or whatever you want to call it, right?
It's
only a matter of time.
It's kind of part of the game.
It's part of the game.
To me, I was with a guy who...
Hold on, you asked him why he was doing it. Then he explains and you're like, yeah, it's part of the game. Honestly, the way Brendan can shift these opinions in a light speed, it's like, You were questioning, why is he even handling a mamba? Why is this person who is a fan of snakes and animals and shit handling animals? Like, what the fuck is going on? The guy's like, well, that's what he does, and he's good at it. Oh, yeah, that's true. He's part of the game. It's like, huh? How do you change your opinion so quickly?
Trains bears,
Oh,
grizzly
cool.
bears and big cats. And I said, when do you know? And he said, well, a grizzly bear will tell you way ahead of time when he's not in the mood to be trained.
Yeah.
When he's not in the mood.
Yeah.
And I go, what? He goes, he'll start clicking his jaw. Right? That
Or cowboy walking. You know what the cowboy walk is?
is that what it is? The cowboy walk?
Well, the jaw clicking is like, it's a sign, like they start popping their jaw.
leave me alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
like
there are animals that don't give you a warning, like a jaguar, that'll just go, today I'm going to kill
But
you.
also, but mamba snakes are like, yeah, I'm
They
a
don't-
snake, bro. I'm a mamba.
I'm a poisonous snake.
That's what I do.
It's they're a walking warning to not fuck with them, right? They really are. That's
And was
what
he
it-
doing like an educational video
Yeah.
or just he's doing it for the gram or something?
I couldn't speak as to what the video he was doing was. I have no idea. Or even if he was doing a video, he's building a zoo currently. And so part of, owning a zoo is working with all these animals.
And you
then
said
this
they're
thing
very
happens.
aggressive, mambas.
Mambas are the only snake in the world that I would consider aggressive and not defensive. They will actually come towards you. They're terrifying.
What about king cobras?
King cobras are not like that. They're pretty placid overall until you mess with them, and then they'll defend themselves.
Now, would you handle the mamba or the king cobra? Because you have kids, right? So there has to be a level of like pros, cons. Pros, I get some cool content. My kids don't have a father. Right?
I've handled all those things, well, not all, but I've handled many events.
I love how Brendan's only pro for handling snakes and being into like those type of things is cool content. Not about learning more about the animals or where they're from, geography, origins, history, nothing. It's all about content. Getting some cool content. That's the best thing about if it doesn't make content, it doesn't make sense, eh?
Snakes and stuff. I don't do the free handling anymore. I don't. When I was younger and I was dumber, in my early 20s, I'd do it all the time. I'd grab it, and this was before YouTube even. Well, I don't know if it was before it existed, but before I had one. I've only been on YouTube for a year or any of those things, but I just grew up working with reptiles. And I would gladly do it when I was in my 20s and an idiot. Now I don't do it. I don't free handle. There's no reason to.
If you and I, if we're not allergic to venom, say, if you and I were to be bitten by a green mamba right now, say on the foot, what happens? And how long do I have?
You have about, I'd say, 3 hours to get anti-venom in your system.
It's a long time.
And if you don't get, and even with the anti-venom in your system in 3 hours, you probably have a 50-50 chance of making it.
Oh, wow, that dangerous.
Yeah, maybe. And then no matter what, you're going to have life-changing side effects
like
from it.
paralysis in a leg? Or...
Yeah, you're going to have skin rot, you're going to have paralysis, you're going to have joint deterioration, just depending on what snake it is that bites you and what their venom is, whether it's hemocyto, et cetera.
What about
toxic.
a banded crite?
Banded crates are bad.
What if you just went through 20 snakes?
There's me holding one right there.
What's that word?
There's me holding one right there.
A banded crite.
That's an elegant sea snake, very closely related to the banded crate.
And they're super dangerous, right?
Most poisonous.
Small mouths.
Yeah.
So less likely to bite you, but if they do, it's not
Trouble.
good. Yeah, it's not good.
Is there a snake that's like, what is the most poisonous snake?
The inland taipan from Australia is considered the most venomous. Poisonous when you eat it.
Right, but venomous is the inland taipan. So if you get bit by an inland taipan,
it's not good.
More than a tiger snake, more than a brown snake.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Wow. Yeah, I'd say your odds of survival if you get anti-venom in an hour are probably maybe 25-30%.
And it's hard to find the venom, right? Like, let's say you brought one.
So even if you get the excuse me, I didn't know that existed. I thought the anti-venom, I thought that would cure everything. I thought once they spray that shit on you, you drink a little bit of it, you're fine. I didn't know there was still it was still up in the air if you were survivable or not. Jesus Christ.
And today, let's say you wouldn't. Let's say you brought this taipan in today, and you're like, "Here, Brendan, hold this." I'm like, "Cool," and it bites me in the neck. It's not like I can go down to the sea.
TFATK subreddit would celebrate. The TFATK subreddit, if they found out that Brendan had been bitten by one of those Australian snakes, those highly venomous Australian snakes, and he died, the TFATK subreddit would explode. Remember that GIF, that video? What was it? England fans celebrate goal. Remember that? England. That's how it would be in there. England fans celebrate goal. That celebrating goal meme. Remember that? That's how it would be on the TFATK subreddit, right? If Brendan got bitten by a venomous snake. and he unfairly perished. That's how it would be. Let's put this on the screen. I bet you'll be like this. Let's get this going. Oh my god, this is fucking brilliant. I'm so fucking funny. Look, I know the time's going and I'm fucking wasting the time. I get it, blah blah blah. But yeah, this is it. Oh, because it's got ads on this. Shoot, whoopsie. Different account, you know how it is. Let's continue. That's how it be on the Reddit. Anyways, let's continue.
No, hospital to get the anti-venom.
Nope.
So what, you got to chop her out of here to freaking...
I mean, there's probably like the San Diego Zoo probably has some anti-venom, you know, because of what their reptile collection and stuff. But this is an Australian snake. So the only place you're naturally... So anti-venom doesn't have a long shelf life, right? So when they make anti-venom, you usually have a month to use it before it expires. So unless they're constantly in anti-venom production, the anti-venom is useless.
What a nightmare, man.
You better believe that in Southern California, there's not a lot of anti-venom being made for inland taipans every day. And you want to hear something even crazier?
Please.
I could buy one of those right now if I wanted.
Really?
I could probably go on Craigslist and find one for sale.
What?
Let's do it.
That's
True
a way
story.
to assassinate somebody. Send a taipan in a box.
Don't give them ideas, man.
Yeah.
You can just buy an inland taipan.
Yep. I can't speak. Every state's different, and there's certain like listed animals and stuff.
If you want one bad enough,
oh, definitely get one.
We'll find one.
Yeah, and
Hey,
I'm not
B,
talking. I'm talking
you
about
want one.
legally. I'm talking about legally. If you want one illegally, no problem.
That's
but
what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying.
about you can legally buy most of these animals.
How stupid is that?
It's wild.
Because what are you going to do with it?
Because people want something deadly in their house just because they have it.
The problem is, and I'm not like against having venomous snakes. I don't want them. I've had them. I've done it. I'm not doing it anymore. Not with kids in the house.
No way.
But if you've spent your life working with snakes and you're like, I love cobras, I'm obsessed with cobras, I'm going to breed cobras, good for you. But then you have to understand that you're signing a mental waiver when you've made that decision, right? That if something happens...
I was going to say the same thing. We got Brian Laura. I'm about to say the same thing. It's like he's doing this for third grade, exactly. Oh, big up Brian Laura.
That's on you, right? And the problem is, everybody gets this sort of God complex of like, nothing bad can ever happen to me. I'm really good with these animals. And then complacency kicks in, and then you make
a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
But before you had kids, was there a time when your wife got pregnant? She's like, okay, it's time to get rid of that.
No, I've never been a big keeper. I travel too much. I'm on the road like 250, 300 days a year.
Damn, brother.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So I don't, that's why all the critters I brought are out of my kid's bedroom because
we're like, what'd you bring? Is like a goldfish and a turtle.
Yeah, totally.
Let me ask you this about sharks, since you know about sharks too.
Sure.
Are sharks, when a shark bites you, whether it's a tiger, bull, great white, when it bites you and you die,
you got bit?
You've been
twice.
Bit.
By what?
Lemon sharks both times.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
So when a shark bites you, do you think that is the shark saying, get out of my territory, or is that the shark saying, you look tasty?
Most of the time, it's what they call an investigative bite. So if you go and want to eat something, say it's a cheeseburger, right? You go and you look at that cheeseburger, you pick it up, you smell it, you feel it, you're like, ooh, this does look good. This is going to taste good. Sharks don't have that, okay? Their way of touching it and smelling it is to take a little nibble and go, is that tasty? Do I want to eat that? And 99.9% of the time, the sharks go, no, I don't. That's a human and it's gross. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because we're so
We're low in
fatty?
fat. No, we're low in fat
Well,
compared to a sea
not all of
lion
us,
or something.
right? Not all
Not
of us,
all of us,
right?
sure.
There's some fatties.
Well, that's
that are
why
gonna
that
get
might be
eaten.
why Florida gets
Yeah.
a lot of,
Yeah. But yeah, no, so the short answer is sharks are not trying to eat us. Sharks are not pissed off at us. Sharks are not being defensive. They're just taking a nip to see if you're something worth eating. And for almost all sharks, tiger sharks are kind of the rare exception.
Fatal.
For almost all sharks, you're not on the menu.
But tiger sharks will eat you.
The thing about tiger sharks, they'll eat anything. They found license plates in
Yep,
tiger
car
shark
parts and
stomachs.
stuff,
They
yeah.
found tires. They'll eat anything. They're the dumpsters of the
And
sea.
they can get up to 1,500 pounds or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah, they get big. There was that kid in Egypt. I don't know if you saw. He went swimming.
Oh my God!
Calling to his dad. It was one of the most heart-wrenching things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't think they found it.
One of the greatest videos ever, to be fair, for an internet way. You know, obviously not good for the family. RIP to the boy, but internet wide, it's like the person stayed in frame. The cameraman stayed within frame. Showed us the entire thing. Played it like sublime.
His body, did they?
They went and killed that
the
tiger
shark, so they found
and
it,
cut the
but
body out
he
of
was
him.
dead.
Oh, man.
But that whole situation, do you know the story with that?
No.
Yeah, I do. I think. Let me see if I'm right. They were dropping lamb.
Hey. This is why this podcast sucks. You got a guest on that's somewhat interesting, who's clearly very clued up, very very clued up and intelligent and knowledgeable on his field of expertise. Just let him tell you what happened. Even if you know what happened, just play dumb. No, I don't know what happened, actually. Can you tell us? Actually, no, I don't know any details. I'd love to know. Let him fucking talk. Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah. Actually, I do. Fucking rapist.
Carcasses.
Right.
Off a boat very close to there. Tiger sharks used to go there. Then they stopped doing that.
I don't know if they stopped, but you've got the story right. They used to discard old livestock there, and it was known that the sharks would come around. And there was like big signs, no swimming, don't go in the water, whatever. The last time they dropped the livestock, I have no idea, but it was a known spot where the sharks were conditioned to feed on mammals, right? And so when your sharks are conditioned to go, oh, boat or swimmer or anything means
Food's
food,
here, yeah.
It wasn't like this tiger shark was a rogue tiger shark that came into this area.
They were just there. They were all there looking.
But what was the kid? Why? How old was the kid?
I think he was 19 or 20.
He was Russian.
Why?
From Russia.
Russian. I don't
Probably
think he
didn't
spoke
read
the
the signs.
language.
He probably didn't read the signs.
Yeah.
Was that
God.
That
Damn.
is so
That's
fucked
terrible.
So it's awful, man.
Your the private tour of the world's largest aquarium.
Yeah,
that's an arowana on there.
That is, yeah, colored pink for YouTube.
But it wasn't pink in real life.
I can't recall, to be honest.
Because if he's an Asian arowana, they're super expensive, super rare. Is
The
that
blood dragon arowana, the bright red ones. Yeah.
This guy had one.
They didn't, but the place I'm working in India has some. Yeah, because
India-
they're. I think in the U.S.
They're illegal here.
They're illegal here. Yeah, exactly.
I'm an owner of 2 arowanas.
Dude,
I love
my man. Let's go. I
Yeah,
love
what's
those
up,
fish.
dog?
Do you know about arowanas?
No, they're badass.
Educate him right now, dude.
They're they're badass. They look like that thing, slightly less pink, and they're just these big, mean.
Hey Chin, can you get some of this stuff on the screen, please? What's Chin doing? The one time you've got a podcast going on where maybe the pictures of what they're talking about could be, maybe he doesn't know how to spell these things, but can you not pull some of these stuff up on the screen? Can we not see what he's talking about while the podcast is going on? What the fuck is Chin doing? Fucking hell, man. The one time where a visual aid may help to make the show a little bit more like fucking hell. What the fuck is he doing?
Apex predator fish. They sit on the top of the water. They get big. They'll kill anything that can fit in their mouths, and they're just beautiful. There's no other word for them. They're just a beautiful fish.
China, they're like lucky fish.
No pictures.
Dragon fish.
Something about water and predators is, of course, always
Shit
so
is so
terrifying because you
lazy.
can't see it. You're just gonna feel it.
But B, these arowanas will jump because the what they call monkey fish, 'cause they would jump out in Brazil, right?
Oh,
Is that right?
that's in Brazil would be arapaimas. I'm not
Arapaimas,
sure.
but they'll take out
Arapaimas. I was
yeah.
telling you, it's an arapaima, not an arawana.
Yeah, come on.
But you
gotta get that right.
But I have this huge 300-gallon tank where they want to swim back and forth, but you have to have a heavy lid because they'll freaking jump.
They'll push
out,
it
man.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome. fish.
Oh, dude, my favorite fish of all time.
Is
my favorite fish of all time? You just got into fish the other day, and now they're your favorite fish of all time. Honestly, man, the way these guys, the hyperbole from these guys is fucking legendary. Maybe that's the point. That's a form of hyperbole. I don't know, but either way, my favorite fish of all time. You can't. Anyway, whatever.
Is the most dangerous animal to humans a saltwater crocodile?
Well, they say there's 4 animals that actually choose to hunt people. See if you
4.
guys can guess.
Okay.
You just named one of them.
Well,
so you got
stand-up comedians, especially ones in LA.
to go.
Dude,
Crocodile.
Well, I mean,
Grizzly
you could say
bear, polar bear.
Nice, that's 2.
polar bear for sure. Saltwater crocodile, polar bear. I would say you could say mosquito, but that's
You
not
could.
fair.
I'm talking about actual
Animals.
killers. Yeah.
Okay, so killers.
Yeah.
That hunt
That
humans.
hunt humans. That will actively seek out
Tiger.
and hunt a human. We're at
Tigers,
3. You got
that's
1 to
right.
go.
That's right. In the Sandabans or whatever.
Sandabars, yeah.
Sandabars. Tigers and then hold on. Bull sharks?
Good guess. Good guess.
Tigers?
It's not.
No, it's another mammal.
It's another cat.
It's another cat.
That narrows it in.
Jaguars.
Close. Leopards.
Leopards.
Yes.
Leopards. So those are the 4 animals.
Leopards will hunt humans.
It's unbelievable. Like a leopard, once it
Yeah, I saw it, Brian Laura. I saw it. That's from the previous episode. I saw it. I think a previous guest brought it in. I saw that.
figures out, and it's usually a case of like habitat is disturbed, its natural prey is gone, and then they're like, oh, that little kid looks tasty.
Right.
But once they figure that out, a switch flips in their brain, and they go, humans are easy and they taste good, and they start hunting people.
Damn.
Dude, and they're so silent. You're not gonna feel it. They're gonna just.
They live in the skyscrapers of Mumbai and places like that. They live in downtown cities.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they take dogs, and they take pigs, and they take kids.
Yep.
Fuck.
It's crazy.
No problem.
And they're big. I mean, some leopards can get up to 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, they're big. They're big.
Big enough to kill you.
I was recently in India working with this animal named Love. Okay. They called him Love because he loved to eat people. 23 human beings Love had eaten.
What kind of
conflict?
animal?
A leopard. A leopard.
What?
Yeah, it was a conflict leopard from India.
Why is he still alive?
I'll tell you the whole story. It's awesome. It's an awesome story. So there's this conflict leopard in India named Love, eaten 23 people.
You call it a conflict leopard?
Conflict leopard means he's now made that decision. He's eating people.
Yes.
So he's in human-wildlife conflict, right? So there's two options. You either shoot him in the head or you put him into captivity, right? We're at a time and place in human history where you can't shoot.
Hey, Chin, any pictures of this leopard, please? Chin, any Googling of this leopard? Was it called Hope or whatever its name is? Any Googling? Just to see what the leopard is called? Visual aid, Chin, on the screen? Nothing? Chin, are you awake, brother? Are you there, Chin? Fucking hell.
Every animal in the head that comes into conflict with humans, because that's most animals nowadays, right? If you think about it.
Chin is just like...
almost 10 billion of us in the world. It's not nowhere near that many leopards. So Love got caught and trapped. And then this guy, Anand Ambani, who's this Indian billionaire, has the world's largest private...
No way Chin can spell that guy's name. Anand Ambani. No way Chin can spell Anand Ambani. Even though he could probably write Indian billionaire leopard or something, it'd probably come up. No way.
Rescue and rehab. It's the most inspiring thing I've ever seen in my life. It's literally like I get emotional even talking about it. It's the most incredible facility on earth. He heard about Love and went and rescued it from... The problem is there's a lot of conflict animals in India, but when they catch them, they go into a crate, like a metal or a concrete box like the size of this rug, right? And then they live in that for the rest of their life. So this guy heard about Love, went and sent like a convoy of people down there, got him, brought him back to Vantara, the wildlife rescue and rehab, and he now lives in this acre, gigantic, stunning preserve. But that's all good and fine. But what's so incredible about Love is...
He still feeds them people?
No, that's a great guess, though.
Mafia.
What's so cool about Love is the reason he was eating people is all of his teeth had rotted out. He'd had some kind of jaw infection, so all of his canines had been falling out. So he had to go for the softest, weakest, easiest meals, which are us.
Oh, my God.
And so that's why Love had developed a diet for humans. And so they found him, they got all these rotten teeth out of his mouth, whatever, and he's been so positively conditioned now that you can walk up to the cage, and it's not really a cage, the enclosure is what I should call it, and he comes and rubs next to you and starts purring. Like,
Wow,
it's a whole
that's
different animal.
wild.
They've changed his psyche because he went from being miserable, broken, like rotten teeth, miserable mouth, sad,
What a
murderer.
redemption story.
Yeah, and now he just comes up and goes,
Brian saying, see? Cancel cultures are really bad. Everyone's got redemption. Brian thinking about how he can redeem himself now. Maybe if I knock out all my teeth.
There's a book. There's an
next to
old
you.
book called The Man-Eaters of Kuman. I read it.
Yeah,
You
Jim
re-
Corbett.
Yes,
the tigers?
you know it. It's about a tiger hunter
Yeah.
who would go and try to find the tigers. And one tiger had killed literally something like...
What do you guys have this, by the way? This is something I've noticed about LA guys. Or maybe it's different. Maybe it's just American thing. Or maybe it's just Brian being a dickhead. Don't you have this thing where, like, if in your social group, if there's somebody that knows more than you, even if you know something that they also know, don't you just, like, play dumb and let them speak because it's their field of expertise? Just for the sake of the conversation, just for the sake of the hang. It's way more fun to be, okay, cool, let's give this guy the table. Let's give him the floor, sorry. You have the floor. You know what I mean? You command the room. You let us know, how was your travels in India? Even though you've been to India before, even though you studied in India, even though you went to boarding school in India, you just pretend, oh my God, no, I've never been. What was Delhi like? What was Mumbai like? Wow, really? Bangalore, wow, what happened there? Like, you just let them have the floor because they just came back there recently. You don't just say, oh yeah, when I went there, actually, I read this book. It's like, bruh, like, you've got a guest on that's an expert, and here you are opining about some book now all of a sudden you're remembering all the books you've read about fucking animal behavior. Get fucked, man.
230 people. As many people have fit on a 747.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the such amazing.
But you said you were in India?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because after you have a
switch it back to him, not talk to you. Like, David, that's how even Brendan's doing it. You're the guest. Anyway, forget what Brian said. So you're in India, right? Like, come on, bro. That's the guest.
Particular set of skills. You have like an age, like when someone wants to do, like when you want to go do this stuff, how's that work? How do they get, like, I'm sure there's other people in your field. How do they decide you're going to do it? You want to do it? How's this work?
Good question. I mean, mostly I just get people just reach out to me, you know, social media, my website, whatever, and say, hey, you know, here's who I am. Here's the situation. Are you interested in helping?
To bring awareness to it, or
awareness, or, you know, my particular skill set is more on the conservation side.
Yes.
So it's like, yes, I do a lot of media and a lot of like sort of public education, which helps. But really, my skill set is in wildlife conservation.
And that's why you got involved in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah, big up MC. I got 100% humility, goes a long way to be liked. At the end of the convo, you can mention your connection and the person will be impressed that you mentioned. Exactly. It's just, I think I've noticed it a lot with comedians because they all do it. It's not just a Brian thing. They love to one up. There's always a one up. There's never just a like, oh yeah, shit, I heard you went to the Grammys. How was it? Oh my God, man, you wouldn't believe it. Yo, the toilets. Yo, the food. Yo, this. I bumped that. It's always like, oh yeah, I went to the Grammys. Yeah, I went too, like, in 1970. It's like, bruh, this person just went yesterday. Can you maybe not give them the space to just talk about their experience? And even if you did go, yes, even if you went too, just play dumb and act like you didn't go, just for the sake of the story. So you can get the most out, what you can get out of that person without interrupting them, so their memory's fresh and they can retell everything that happened. Like, I don't know. I do that all the time. People, I think normal people do that all the time. These guys are like, you have a fucking animal expert on, and here you are, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I have fish. Oh yeah, I also know about tigers. Oh,
that's cool.
Could you swim in anywhere in the Amazon and not worry about anything killing you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've swum in the Amazon a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it for there. I'm gonna quickly watch 2 more things, then I'm gonna bounce. Right? I want to watch 2 more things with you. I'm gonna bounce because I saw these clips, and I think you guys might be into this. Okay. So big up everybody like tuning in. Please like the stream down below. I'm gonna come back later on for another part of the show, but I need to properly eat and shit. So let's go for this one because I think you guys are gonna get a kick out of this one. Have you guys seen this update on Johnny Somali? Have you guys seen this update on Johnny fucking Somali? He's finally getting his ass kicked. He's finally getting his just desserts, and it's happening in fucking Korea. Please forgive me for being ignorant, but I had no ideas Koreans got down like this. Koreans actually don't play. Johnny Somali's been going to all parts of Southeast Asia and tearing it up and being a nuisance, pissing off Chinese people, Japanese people, being a fucking menace, giving everybody a bad name, black people, foreigners included, everyone a bad name. He went to Korea, he fucked around and he found out. I'm honestly surprised Koreans were the ones to teach him a lesson. Maybe I'm dumb, I get it, but I'm honestly surprised that Koreans were the ones to teach this guy a lesson. It's been beautiful to see, honestly. Johnny Somali getting his fucking head kicked in. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, this is the first clip that went viral. Right? Let me show you from here. Honestly, this stuff is fucking gorgeous, right? Let's get up on the screen. Big up this account called Team FT. All the Korean YouTubers that are hunting, look at this, hunting Johnny Somali went online. Yo, big up Wingus, appreciate you, bro.
Oz, Too Lazy posted a Patreon video that was centered on phony Cringecliff's recent MSGL. If I send you the link over Discord, can we watch it? Bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, etc.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Is that should we watch it on YouTube? Is that bad? I guess we can watch it on a stream. I guess I won't clip it. Watch it on a stream, and I'll keep interrupting. So it'll be a kind of, yeah. But why not? Why not? Send it to me, and I'll play it when I come back. Not today. I'll play it when I come back. So DM it to me, my brother. on fucking on Discord, and I'll play on it when I come back later tonight. Yeah, good idea, Wingus. Good idea, good idea. And I've also got to go through actually what Austin and somebody else posted last time. What's those accounts, those fighting accounts, those car accounts? I want to go through that as well. So I want to go through that when I come back. This Houston car dealer account and shit. So yeah. So big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Great idea. Big up, Wingus. So as you can see here, all Korean YouTubers that were hunting Johnny Somali went offline at the same time. Look how clever these motherfuckers are. They went offline at the same time. Reading the chat logs, it's rumored that they all found Johnny Somali and turned off their streams. So either Johnny doesn't see them coming or they can turn him off and give him a beating. I love it. I love it, bro. They all found him and turned off their streams. And look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at this picture of Johnny Somali on the floor, cowering as he's getting beaten up by some random Korean YouTuber who I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Korean YouTuber is like a former soldier in the Korean army who also is on YouTube. And he said he was going to fuck him up. I think there's a video of him he posted like, I'll open your DMs, I will kill you. Like, this guy doesn't fuck around. So Johnny Somali got on the wrong side of some Korean soldier. I love it. I love it. And look at this. Look. Scroll down. Look at the video. Look at this video. Korean YouTuber, how do you say his name? Oh, fuck yeah, fuck N guy, yeah. Who served in the Korean Special Forces. Not even just in the army. He's in the he's a former Special Forces guy in Korea who gave Somali a beating. You can see Johnny Somali with a bloody lip. Community put out a video to pay for legal fees. So look at this. Let's play the clip. Let's play the clip. Let's play the clip. Let's play the clip.
야, 굿나잇, 소말리. 굿나잇. 굿나잇.
Somali tonight. Look at Somali. Look, he doesn't want to look at the camera. He's turning away from the camera. He's turning around from the camera. He doesn't want to look at the camera. He's shy. Johnny Somali is shy now. I've never seen him like this. Look at him shy, hiding from the camera because his face is all bust up. He's hiding from the camera. Look at him.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
You crazy boy?
Oh, he's got blood all over him.
Hey.
He got banged up, bro. Allegedly, according to Twitter, the Korean government have confiscated his passport. He doesn't have his passport anymore. The Korean government confiscated his passport, so he can't leave the country. So he's going to stay there, and every time he stays there and he cross paths with some Korean person who knows him for all these antics, they're going to keep kicking the shit out of him. It's fucking great, isn't it? The karmic justice is fucking brilliant. He's causing terror, being a nuisance. People told him to chill. He wouldn't listen. And now he doesn't have a passport. He can't leave the country. And every time somebody sees him on road, they're going to kick him, they're going to kick his ass. Look at this video of the actual beatdown. Hopefully I don't get taken off from YouTube because of this, but I don't mean to. Oh, look, he was already beaten before the guy even beat him up. He was already beaten before the guy beat him up. Look, he's got a plaster over his eye. He gets out of the hotel.
어디가?
어디가?
어?
어디가?
어디가?
Don't touch my shoe.
어디가?
Don't touch me, nigga.
어?
Huh?
소말리 어디가?
Yes, sir.
어디 가냐고.
What does odiga mean? I wonder what odiga means. Does that mean? I hope it's not a racial slur. I wonder what odiga means. Like what? Maybe it's what? Maybe it's what? What's good? What's good? I don't know. I wonder what odiga means.
You guys following me crazy? Listen to you.
어디가?
어디가? What you mean? 어디가?
어디가?
What is 어디가? Oh.
Boom. Fucking hell. That hurt, bro. I can feel that from here. That's a grown man punch. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. That's a grown man punch. That fucking hurt. Odiga? Odiga! Oh.
What is Odiga?
Odiga! Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oosh, oosh. If somebody starts punching you and oosh, 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 you know you're in trouble. If somebody starts bouncing on their toes and starts punching you like oosh, 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 you know you're in trouble. You know you're in trouble. When it's like oosh, oosh, hey, hey, hey. Like when they start doing all that shit, punching you, you know you're in trouble, bro. Fucking hell. Odiga.
What is Odiga? Oh. Yo, hey, yo,
Oh, fucking hell. He beat the fuck out of him, man. You can tell. He beat the fuck out of him. Look at his face after. Oh, I wonder if he can run away safely. Look at Johnny Somali's face. Yo. He is getting, oh my God. Honestly, this is the perfect representation of fuck around and find out. Perfect representation of fuck around and find out. Impressive, very based. Look at his face. The smile. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. This just in, I approve. Oh. Anyways. That's where I'm gonna end it. That's where I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys for tuning in for now. I'll have to bounce for now. Gotta get something to eat and shit. But I'll see you guys on the other side, alright? See you on the other side. We'll be back later on tonight. Gonna do an episode of Taz, episode of Random Show again, and we're gonna lock everything in, okay? Cool. Like the stream down below, people. Really appreciate the support. Like the stream down below. Subscribe as you can. Appreciate all of you for joining in. And I'll see you guys again later on tonight, about 11ish. Okay, about 11ish. We'll come back for Random Show. In between that will be Taz. If you want to watch that, jump over to the Action Zinger Show. But Random Show will be back about 11ish, if not 12. Okay, cool. See you guys soon. Peace.